Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. Jacques. What's up, folks? Good evening. Happy Friday to you, folks. What is good? What's happening?
Hey, evidently nothing. Evidently nothing. That's what's happening there. This has been a quiet free agency. I know Titans fans are kind of feeling a certain way, so we'll get into that after we do our ultimate yearly thing that we do after the season is called the grade show.
Absolutely. We want to say thank you to everybody has tuned in. We got 19 folks in the chat as well.
Yes,
as Jacques just mentioned, this is the 2021 Tennessee Titans end of the year report card, and we are going to talk about all positions, all coaches. We are going to get into it, man. So who we got here, man? We got
Jake Young.
Hey, what's good, bro?
Hey, no worries, man. We know you support the show. If you miss one, bro, you can always catch the playback. But thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Jeremiah, Jake Young and Jeremiah was actually one of the first two people in the chat. So salute to y'all, man. Y'all get the golden rocket of the day.
That's right.
Matthew,
that's right.
What's up? Hey,
J-Rob.
J-Rob, man.
Hey, we gonna talk about the general manager as part of the grade show. Keep that comment there, Matthew.
Yes, sir. Our fellow brother.
Danko,
brother.
What's good?
Salute to you, good brother. Salute.
What's good, Danko?
Let's see what else we got in here. D Brown, what up, brother? What up?
D Breezy. What's good?
Hey, we got Sean in the building. Yes, sir. It's that time. Tighten up, fellas. Yes, sir.
Tighten up.
Tighten up, my brother. How you doing?
Man, what's popping, bro? What's good?
See, they coming in now. Rodney, hey, what's going on, fellas? Let's get down to business.
Rodney
yes, sir.
What's popping?
We're gonna get it shaking in here in a minute.
Sir.
Bryce. The boys are back in town. I know about that 48 hours, man. Hey, salute, bro. Salute. CJ2K.
Off season, yeah.
Hey, we would like you to come back and at least, man, we need some help, brother. We need some help. Jake Young come through with the super chat.
Jake Young. What's good, bro? Up? Hey, fellas. We appreciate the super chat. Jake Young. Jake Young in the building, folks.
Yes,
we
sir.
Appreciate it, Jake Young. We really do, man. Really do.
Sir. Hey, Jason
Marable, what's popping, bro? Tighten up.
Tighten up.
What's good?
Tighten up. So go ahead, take it away.
I got my professor fit on, y'all. So I got on the glasses, the blazer. You know what I'm saying? I'm real studious right now because I'm about to pass out some report cards. Me and Jacques. That's Professor Hawk and Professor Jacques here. You know what I'm saying? And we want you all to be involved as well, too. So we're going to go over all the positions and coaches and things, and Jacques and I are going to give our grades. Now, I have no idea what Jacques has graded these positions, and he doesn't know mine either, okay? Nope. So I've been wondering all week of what he has, and then I'm wondering what you all have, too. So we want you all to put your grades down as well when we go over these positions. And even if you put down maybe a short explanation, maybe like a 2 words or 3 words or whatever you want to say, man, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm very interested, Jacques.
Hey, definitely. Well, before we get started, we got our boy Jeremy in the house. What's up, brother?
What's good?
Tighten up. Foster Tate said, I missed y'all. Glad to be back in the chat. Tighten up. Hawk and Jacques.
No paper.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Right. He said, my first kid's on the tight. Hey, we're going to save that question. We're going to answer y'all questions tonight. It's Friday night. We got jobs. How about to say we ain't got no jobs? We got jobs. Hey, so hey, one more. We got JS
75 in the house. What up, bro?
Tighten up.
So
Hawk, all right, go ahead and get it cracking, bro.
So, folks, again, welcome to the report card show as we do every year. End of the year report card. So we are going to start at the first position of the individual who has the football more than anybody on the field, and that's quarterback. Woo! Quarterbacks. All right. So you all see the screen. Quarterbacks. Ryan Tannehill, Logan Woodside. Now, you will see most of the players we put on here are guys that played at maybe at least 2 games. Okay, we try to get as many of the folks on here as much as we can. So, Ryan Tannehill, Logan Woodside, the quarterback position. So, Jacques, I'm going to ask you first, and then I'm going to, give my answer, of course, and then I want you all in the chat. Go ahead and start firing up. Of what grade would you give our quarterback position? Go for it, Jacques.
All right, drum roll, please. Quarterback position this year from me gets a C.
Okay.
And I'm
All
gonna tell
right.
you why. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, originally, when I was going through the lineup and the grades, I was really gonna give him a D, but I give him a C because Ryan Tannehill, from what he's done and what he had to work with this season, practice squad players, right? Half your offense is not healthy. The reason why I gave him a C is because he stayed healthy. He was like probably him and a couple more players were the only players that was able to stay healthy throughout the whole season, right? And plus, what he had to work with was you had to work with Nicky Westbrook, Marcus Johnson, who else? AJ Julio when they were out there, Ferkser. He had to make basically sticks, and he had to put some sticks together to try to create some fire, and it was just hard. But I'm with you, JS75. A low C. I gave him a low C, and that's my reason. What about you, Hawk?
So again, I'm not changing anything. I'm not being, I'm not being altered in this because I will show y'all this to show you I'm not changing, not a score on here. I gave Ryan Tannehill a C minus.
Wow,
Okay.
okay.
So I totally agree with everything you said. And I actually gave him I almost gave him a B minus for the season, bro, because of what he had to deal with. Okay. Literally.
Right.
But what I would say what hurt him was the playoffs.
Yep.
He had a good grade on his report card, and he freaked up on the exam, the final exam. He got an F on the final exam. So that's what skewed that grade, right? You know, your exam is about 30 to 40% of your grade. So I'm giving Ryan Tannehill a C minus. If you look at, he had 21 touchdowns and 14 interceptions, right? That's a lot of interceptions, right? And only averaging about 235 yards a game in passing. And his quarterback rating was at an 89%. So he did well enough. We got the 1 seed overall, so it can't fail the guy. I mean, he played with a bunch of just whatevers out there. He held his own, but he failed the exam horribly. He could have got a B minus here.
Could have.
I'm giving him a C minus, man.
Yep. So let's see what we got. We got JS75. He said low C.
Yep.
Foster Tate, he gives him a B. I know CJ, he gave him a C. Jake Young gave him a C. Matthew Lear, he's quarterback C plus. Ryan plays every game. Good day. Exactly. Rocky, you tighten up, brother. Tighten up.
Yep.
Yeet. So okay. All
right.
So
I'm gonna say, I think the average. What up, D? Juggernaut in the house. What up, Juggernaut? What's good, D? What's good? You got to give us. He gave us a C. Gave him a C.
Okay. Yep.
All right. I think the overall average on this is a C. What do you think?
I agree.
From our subscribers.
I agree.
Okay.
Overall C.
Yep. Overall C. Yep. You got a C. I got a C minus, and overall C. Won't say overall C for quarterbacks.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Okay. All right. The C for the quarterbacks. The next position. Okay, we have one more with C minus. Okay, gotcha, Daco. All right. The running backs. The running back positions. So as you see here, we got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry played 8 games. Deontay Foreman, Dontrell Hilliard, Jeremy McNichols, Kari Blasingame, Darrington Evans, and even old Adrian Peterson. All right, the running backs. So Jacques, I'm gonna start off with this one, bro.
Okay.
All right, so I want y'all to put them grades down, man. All right, so the Tennessee Titans was number 5 in the league in rushing. Number 5. Okay, that was the main reasons why we were the 1 seed in the AFC. Okay, I thought the running back position was consistent even when Derrick Henry was hurt. Right, he was balling up to when he got hurt, and then you fill in Deontay Foreman, you put in Dontrell Hilliard. You know, at first we're trying to try Adrian Peterson and some other guys didn't quite work. Even Jeremy McNichols didn't quite work. But then once we put in Foreman, that changed everything, and Hilliard. So I was really happy with the running backs this year. 5th in the league in overall running, as far as in the NFL offense, number 5 overall. Derrick Henry almost had 1,000 yards in 8 games. He had 10 touchdowns, right? Foreman had 566 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Hilliard had 350. So for the running back position, Jacques, I'm giving them an A, a strong A, bro, an A. What up, y'all? What we got? I'm listening to you, Jacques. Talk to me, bro.
All right, so control that chat for me, because you know what, guys?
Okay. Yes, sir.
I swear to God, I didn't look at his. He didn't look at mine. Hawk, I can't take that away from you, bro. I gave him an A as well.
Okay.
They get an A. They get an A. From what that was the strongest position on the offense this year. And they contribute. Most of them contributed. From whence, like you said, Derrick Henry was on his pace for 1,000 yards. I maybe like 2,500 yards if he would have stayed healthy. Then you had Deontay Foreman, who came in and picked up the slack and did it quickly too. And Dontrell Hilliard, Jeremy McNichols contributed as well. Blasting Game contributed from time to time. So and AP got a touchdown. So for me, that was an A. That position group gets an A because if it wasn't for them, if the run game wasn't clicking, we would have really been screwed. But with the run game clicking and the run game not falling off like it didn't, they get an A from me.
For sure. Okay, we locking and stepping now. So we got my boy D A-, that boy D Breezy B, Mark Jones A++, Julius D Berry B+, that boy Danko B, Damon Beverly a B+, Matthew Levy A-, Foster Tater B, JS75 an A+, Jeremy Squire A. So I think overall, from you tell me if I'm calculating, I'm saying an A, like we in Atlanta, an A. Okay. All right. So running back position. So we're all right now. We got another one, Chastity Green, an A. So okay. All right, y'all. Okay. So we got an A for our running back position. Hey, that's pretty good, man. That's good. Good job, running backs. Awesome work. Awesome work. Okay. All right. Our next position. Y'all ready?
The dreaded position, boy.
Wide receiver. Wide receiver. All right. So let's look at our receivers. Okay. So we got AJ Brown. We got Julio Jones, Nick Westbrook-Akina, Chester Rogers, Josh Reynolds, Racy McMath, Des Fitzpatrick, Marcus Johnson, Cam Batson, Cody Hollister, and Mason Kinsey. Wide receiver group, Jacques. Talk to me, bro.
So this group was the most hyped.
You said, whoa.
This group was the most hypest group throughout the whole offseason. This group was so hyped up that you think this was the Beatles or the Jacksons, right? This is how hyped up they were. But for me, I gave this group a C.
Okay.
And the reason why I gave them a C, I was going to give them a D. But I said, you know what? The reason why I'm going to give him a C is because of NWI, Nick Westbrook, coming through when his number was called, right? Marcus Johnson, when his number was called, right? I'm trying to even think of another one. Des Fitzpatrick, but that Houston game kind of gave me flashes. But just those particular supporting cast, specifically Nick Westbrook, really, I got to give him his credit. He came in and he proved himself. And with that, he picked up the slack for what Julio didn't do, right? Yeah. And then when AJ was in there, AJ contributed too. So for me, this group gets a C. And like I said, I was gonna give him a D, but I give him a C. Go ahead, talk to me, Hawk.
All right. So you and I on this one, we got some differences, Jacques. Oh yeah. All right.
I kind of figured it.
All right. So you figured that, didn't you?
I figured it. Oh yeah, I definitely figured it.
Yeah. All right. So, you brought up a heck of a point. This group, you would have swore when the season started, like, there was the biggest battle on the field, right? And it was. Everyone else was pretty much locked up in their positions. But the wide receiver group, we just didn't know. I gave this group a D, bro. I gave them a straight up D, okay? So, this is why I say this. Targets. AJ Brown had 105 targets.
I didn't know
65 catches.
I did not know that.
That was our leading receiver. Right. And AJ Brown didn't even play the whole season, right? He had 869 yards and 5 touchdowns. Nick Westbrook was our second leading receiver. Not Julio Jones, not Marcus Johnson. It was Nick Westbrook-Akina. Now, he stepped up. Now, give him credit because I would have given this group an F. Right. But I'm going to say Nick Westbrook-Akina had 38 catches on 57 targets. He had 476 and 4 touchdowns. So I look at that. I'm like, no one's above 1,000 yards. There's no one even in an 80 to 90 percentile as far as targets and catch radius, right? No one has more than 7 touchdowns on this group. Julio Jones had 31 catches and $15 million to that, right? I don't know how much that is per catch. That's a lot of money per catch, right? Julio was out, but I'm putting that in the equation. Availability is a big part of this, right? Our receivers were not on the field. There were games Nick Westbrook-Akina was wide receiver number 1. That's not going to get it done. I felt this group was the biggest letdown from expectations of any group on our team as far as what we thought was going to be great. So I gave them a D, bro. I gave him a D, Jacques.
D for dog.
Yep.
D for
So,
dog.
yeah, exactly. So what do we got? Let's look at some of these grades.
So look, man. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Let me go down the list. Hold on.
All right.
Ooh, it's they. Thank you guys for participating. Also,
For sure.
Appreciate it. Jakeon D, Mark J, give him incomplete.
Ooh, okay.
Jeremy
C-.
C, Derek C, Rodney a D, Jeremiah C plus, C
D
plus
C
for
plus.
D, Damon D. C. Excuse me. Let's see. Matthew C. Okay.
Minus.
Foster C plus. JSC.
Minus due to injury. Okay.
Okay. Riley
C+.
C.
All right. What's up, Riley?
Danko gave him a D.
D. Okay.
Let's see. Okay. CJ.
Being generous. Okay.
Jeremiah Dez did get a
touchdown. Okay.
And of course D says D equals D. You know what that is.
D.
Chastity, she gives him a D. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Hawk, it looks like
a C.
Yeah, it's a C. Yeah,
I think so. What you think?
Yeah. It's a C. It's a C.
It's a C.
It's a C.
I got a C. C or C minus here. What do you think?
C minus. C minus.
Okay.
So I've seen a couple of C pluses.
Okay. So, okay. All right, we'll go C then. We'll go C.
Okay.
We'll go C. All right. So, okay. So the overall grades so far, recap: quarterback C, running backs A, wide receivers C. Okay, makes sense.
Right.
All right. Those were the wide receivers. Okay. Our next position, the tight ends. All right. Look at this group, folks. Throw your grades on here. We'll look at them when we're done here. Anthony Ferkser, Michael Pruitt, Jeff Swain, Tommy Hudson, Torrey Carter. All right, Jacques. This is on me, bro. So, fences, Frank. What do they all start with, man? What do they start with? An F. An F. The tight ends get an F. An F. An F minus. An F. This group failed miserably, okay? The tight ends were awful. I mean, you look at Ferkser was our leading catcher at tight end at 34 catches. He only had 291 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ooh, right? Ooh, 17 games. Ooh, that's 2 catches a game. Ooh, right? Swain had 31 catches and 3 touchdowns. Ooh, our tight end group scared nobody. They didn't get planned upon at all. This group was terrible. Awful. An F. And this could have been a position that could have been something because of the way Ryan Tannehill was playing this year. Ryan Tannehill had no trust in his tight ends. That's why he kept throwing it on the outside. He had no trust in the middle at all. Or he would just go running. This group was awful. Awful. An F for me, Jacques. Talk to me, Jacques.
Okay. So for me, I gave him a D.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why I gave him. Only reason I gave him, I was going to give him an F. But the only reason I gave him a D is because you don't go from last year the tight ends being involved how they were to now not being involved, right?
Okay.
Scheme wise. And I always look at scheme when I break this film and stuff down like this, right?
Yes, sir.
But like you said, they didn't scare nobody. They were trash. All of them. And you know what? I'll take it back. When Michael Pruitt was in the game, I trusted him a lot more than I trusted Ferkser and the rest of that group. Yes, Jeff Swain, he couldn't block to save his life. I don't even see why we should re-sign him. It was awful. It was a group that was just lackluster. And I like I said, I give that to the fact that when a scheme comes into play, boom. So I just blame him on the scheme. But if that was, I was gonna give him an F, but I give him a D, man.
Okay, give him a D.
Okay. But the chat has spoken. I think they get an F.
I think they get an F too from everybody in the chat. The Fs are flying, bro. They are flying, bro.
Yes, they're getting an F.
Mark Jones, F. Jakeon, F. Jeremy Squire, F. Chris Harp said, boo, bad, just terrible. Foster Tate, F. Rodney Gaddis, F. D, F. Jeremiah, D+. Danko, F. Foster Tate, F. Al Peasy, D. Riley, D. Yeah, I think Brian Grover, D.
Big Grover, what up, bro?
What's good, bro? Yeah, Warriors 07 failure, incomplete for Derek Brown. Yeah, hey, bro. Yeah, thank you, LP. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I think the tight end group gets an F here, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I was looking at the chat. I already knew the chat.
F. An F
is in funky. If you know anything about the funk, you know about it. P-Funk, baby. F.
For sure. hopefully we get something out of our new tight end, and we'll talk about that. No question.
Scheme up to get him the ball. Anyway,
that's right. That's true too. That is true. All right. So the tight end group. So we've gone over running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, and tight ends. Next are the big hogs in the middle. The offensive line. Taylor Lewan, David Quisenberry, Roger Saffold, Nate Davis, Ben Jones, Kendall Lamb, Dylan Radin, Ty Sambrello, Bobby Hart, Corey Levin, and Aaron Brewer. The offensive line. Job.
Yes,
let's
sir.
go.
All right. So with this group, I gave this group a C.
Okay.
And the reason why I gave this group a C was, and like I said, it plays in the scheme. We went from protecting Tannehill last year, the year before, to he was one of the most highest sack quarterbacks this year. He was ranked pretty high up there. So for me, this group kind of digressed, but in the same breath, the run game, the run offense, the run blocking excelled. So nothing fell off with the run blocking. So that's why I gave him a C, but specifically because of run blocking. Okay. Other than that, pass blocking struggled. And I know Nate Davis struggled in a couple of games.
Yeah.
Taylor struggled early, but then he kind of picked it up. Sappho couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy at all. I would love to keep Sappho, but he couldn't stay healthy. Ben Jones was the toughest out of the group. I think the contract that he got, he deserved. And then with him, he was hurt, but he toughed it out. And I think he was blocking very well. The rookie, Dylan Radins, I think his best game was the San Francisco game against Joey Bosa or the Bosa brother. Yep. So for me, they get a C, bro. What about you?
Okay. All right. So we're sort of alike in this regard for the offensive line. I gave them a C plus. Okay. I gave them that. I totally agree. You know, in the run, again, we were number 5 in the league in rushing. And a big part of that, of course, is the running backs that we have. But, you know, you put in a guy or two guys that was on the street and you put them out on the field and you still run effectively. Why is that? We had good offensive line. They blocked very well in the run game. So that really helped their grade where they could have got an A. But they did terrible in pass blocking. They did. Now, a good 30% of those sacks was on Ryan Tannehill, just to be honest, right? Okay. Yep. But there were a lot of sacks on the offensive line, especially on the interior. I mean, even on the outside, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks in one game. So, you know, we were 24th in the league in pass blocking. So when you look at that as well, too, you know, you sort of average it out. It's a C plus, man. You know, we did really good in one area and really bad in the other area. So it's right in the middle. And it's something we have to get better at, man. So
I agree.
Yeah,
so let's see what the chat talking about.
Okay.
Taking down with the B, Foster T with the B, Matthew with the B, Marky J with the B. Let's see. Okay, Rodney gives him a low C, high D.
Okay.
Jeremiah with the B.
Plus.
Chris, run block and pass block. That's true.
Great question. That's why I got a C.
Yep, that's me too.
Yep.
C here.
C. Okay.
You got JS75B, CJ with a C, Riley with a C, Danko, my brother, he said C. Thank you. Al P with the C. C minus for the Warriors.
Okay.
Jay Woods for the C.
Okay. We had a lot of B's. Now we get a lot of C's. Okay.
Okay. Diamond with the C. Let's see what we got. Jay Woods. He said C. Run blocking the pass. He said the same thing. Let's see. We got any more. Okay. So that was like a 50-50 split almost.
It is. So I guess we had to go with a C then.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yep.
When you all agree, probably a C overall average? Yep. Okay, cool. All
D.
right.
What up, D?
D09, what's good, bro? What's popping? What's good,
Josh,
man?
What up, bro? He said, what up, y'all?
What's up? We got 43 people in the chat. Yeah, you got a good point, Josh. We're going to get to that. We got 43 people in the chat, man. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed as well, man. Hit that like button as well. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. Get us in those algorithms, and we're up there, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we talked about the offensive line. Now let's get into the defense. Are y'all ready for the defense? Y'all exactly. Are y'all ready for the defense? All right. So first of all, let's look at our defensive line. All right, look at these guys, man. Danico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons,
Beast,
Pierre Tart,
Beast,
Rael Murchison, Naquan Jones,
Beast,
Sal Pecco. Beast. All right, the defensive line. You all see that? Look at it one more time. All right, that's our defensive line. Okay, so I'm gonna start this one off, Jock.
All right.
Apple, Aaron, Adrian. What does that start with? The letter A, right? And I'm not saying A, I'm saying A plus. Okay, I'm giving the defensive line an A plus here. I thought the defensive line did an unbelievable job this year. Last year was a major struggle, and this year we turned it around. The reason why we were the number one seed in the AFC is because of our defensive line and the pressure that they put on the quarterback. And again, when you look at even at the end of the season, we lost in the playoffs. We had 9 sacks in one game. Okay, Jeffrey Simmons got better every single game. Danico Autry was consistent every single game. These guys came to play. Tierre Tart came to play. You didn't run on Tierre Tart. And what I like about it the most as far as our defensive line is the fact that, you wasn't going to run on us. We were number 2 in the NFL in rush defense. Number 2. Do y'all understand that? 84 yards a game that we gave up. Jacques and I never worried about a running back. We ain't worried about him. Well, you better be worried about him. I'm telling you, we be on special guest shows. Our running back's gonna run through y'all. No, he's not. I'm not worried about him. What do you mean? I'm not worried about it. Let's talk about something else, right? An A+ for the defensive line. For sure. Jeffrey Simmons, 8.5 sacks at the D tackle spot, bro. Come on now. Autry had 9 sacks at defensive tackle. 17 sacks at your D tackle. A+. What about you, Jacques?
And everybody's saying it. I swear to God, guys, we're not doing this, but A+. Like that, like an A+++. That's matter of fact, I think that's the most improved group it went from night to day. Remember, we haven't had a pass rush in a long time. So for them to do that and just flips like that, it's amazing. In this group, I seen it in preseason. And Hawk could tell you, I had been preaching about the defense in preseason from the time preseason started to the time it ended. I said, this defense is for real. It's no joke. And the defensive line specifically was the deepest line. I think damn near, maybe even Pecco had a sack. Murchison showed up, which Larrell Murchison, I was kind of surprised. I was like, you can do some stuff, bro. Right, do your thing. Naquan, undrafted free agent. Like you said, Jeffrey Simmons, Danico Autry.
Yep.
These guys, man, when they come to play, they have an energy like I've never seen before. Like it hasn't been here like this before. So for me, A+, man. This group, man, they did it for me, man. To see them show up and do what they got to do, I always, like you said, when it was time to come and running backs, man, you wasn't running on us.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. So we got that boy, Big Mike. What's up, bro? Big Mike in the building. A++. Who else we got? Mark Jones, A+.
Mm-hmm. Go and take it off. Got Riley with an
A+. Jeremy A+. Oh yeah, we got a lot of A's and A+ in here. Jeremiah A. Damon Beverly A+++++. Al Peasy A. Okay. Hold on a second. I hit new comment instead of hold on. Okay,
I got you.
All right, okay.
Matthew with an A+. The Danko came through with a C. Danko. Now you can explain that to me, Danko. Explain that, bro.
Interesting.
Zakion with the A+++.
Yep.
9 sacks on Burrow. Matthew A+.
Yep.
Woods A elite. He said A+ elite. Yep. Let's see. J.I. A+.
Or beyond. Yep.
Big Grove with an A-. I'll take it. Anthony. He talking about the GM. CJ with the A.
Okay.
Let's see here. Rodney. B, because when someone was out, it showed.
That's a good point.
Sense. That's a great point. I respect it. Yeah. No, that's definitely. Titan Rob, he said, "What's up, fellas? Tighten up."
What up, Titan Rob?
Let's see. Do we got any more grades in here? Okay, I think that's it, Hawk.
I think it's A+ for sure.
I do. And Damon, he said, "I love our defense," and I'm gonna take that as an A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++
Hey, our defensive line, A+ from everybody, looks like on the average, right?
Yep.
So, hey, awesome job, defensive line. Like, unbelievable. All right, next. All right, we're still on the defensive side of the ball. Let's look at the outside linebackers. All right, outside linebackers. Harold Landry. Some might think he's a DN, but he's listed as an outside linebacker. That's on our defense, right? Same for Bud Dupree. So Harold Landry, Bud Dupree, Derek Roberson, Monty Rice, Ola Adanye, and John Simon are outside linebackers. That's what we have. Mr. Jacques, go for it, sir.
So, you're going to be surprised. I gave this group an A as well.
Okay.
And the reason why I gave this group an A was because each game this group showed up. And it was probably maybe like 1 or 2 games that didn't show up. But this group, Harold Landry, I think had 12 sacks? Got him paid, right?
Yep.
Ola Daney saved us in the Seattle game. He saved us, okay?
Yep.
Monty Rice, even though he's a rookie, he showed up. So this particular group is solid, man, and I like what they got. So this group gets an A. And then we got the up-and-coming boy, we drafted him from Pittsburgh.
Rashad Weaver.
In the preseason, guys, that joker showed out. So for me, This group gets an A plus. What about you? And it's specifically out for Harold Landry as well. So what about
Gotcha.
you, Rob?
So are you saying A plus or A?
What did I have? I got an A. My bad.
A,
A.
okay.
A. Yeah.
So I'm actually, again, I have no idea what you scored. Right? I gave this group an A as well too. I gave this group an A for sure, right? Bud Dupree didn't play all season. You know, he had his share of injuries, but when he was on the field, he did make a difference. He had 3 sacks. I mean, I know that's not a lot, and only 17 tackles, but man, he had a lot. He had a lot of energy. But you know, for the most part, it's Harold Landry. Harold Landry had 75 tackles and 12 sacks. You know, the outside linebacker position again helped in the run game as well too. Like, you know, the whole front, defensive line and outside linebackers played incredible this season. And so for sure, our outside linebackers stepped up this season. So I gave them an A as well. So let's look at some of these grades that we got. Awesome job, outside linebackers.
Rick Riley with an A. Mark
okay.
with an A. Big Mike with a B plus. Josh with a B minus. Well, B plus, excuse me. Jeremiah with an A. B. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Riley changed his mind to an A.
So okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Danko comes with the C again.
C. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Jake Young with the A. They got 75 with the A. Matthew with the B plus. Okay. Damon B with the A.
Yep.
B Grohl with the B plus. Al P with the A. Let's see. A. Ola disappeared after
he
a
did
few.
disappear.
I agree with that.
Jay Woods, he did. Facts, no paper, sir.
A with Foster Tate.
Yep.
And Warriors 07. A. Let me see. Over 9,000. That's a Dragon Ball Z reference. That's funny. CJ with the A. Titan Robbie says, "Hey, Monty Rice was a real surprise. I expect a breakout, and I'm with you. I am with you. Let's see here.
So it looks like on the average, and would you say an A? This is what it looks like.
Yeah, I say A.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yep,
all right. Yep. Okay. All right. So on our defensive line, A plus, outside linebackers, an A. So our defense looks really, really good right now. Looks good. Okay. All right. So next, so we did the outside linebackers. Now let's go to the inside linebackers. All right. We got Zach Cunningham. We got David Long. We got Rashaan Evans. We got Jayon Brown. And we got Dylan Cole. These are our inside linebackers. Okay. All right. You see it. Okay. So, Jacques, I'm going to take a stab at this one.
All right. Go ahead, bro. Right.
So, for me with this group, I give them a B minus. Okay. So, I do think, you know, the addition of Zach Cunningham added to the grade. Okay. Because, you know, Zach Cunningham came in and he had a lot of tackles. And in 4 games, he had 26 tackles. Okay. So he was tackling all over the field. But, you know, Rashaan Evans, you know, it didn't perform as well as his talent is. I mean, he had 2 interceptions and 57 tackles. But again, 57 tackles. I mean, that's not a lot of tackles from your linebackers. Jayon Brown was hurt, you know, for the most part this season. The one guy that did show up was David Long, that he helped that grade. But David Long only played 10 games, but he had 75 tackles. So David Long saved this group. I do think we have a lot of talent in this spot, and I think this team should have an A in this position. But, you know, there are some games we didn't perform very well in the inside linebacker position, especially in coverage, okay? We tackle well, but we don't cover well, and that was our issue, and we had a lot of injuries in our inside linebacker position. So I gave this group a B minus. What about you, Jacques?
I gave it a B plus.
Okay.
And I was going to give it an A, but like you said, with the injury aspect, but this group has the highest upside, I think, out of all the groups, with the addition and them being young. Actually, I like what this group did. Rashaan Evans, yeah, the tackling didn't come into play, but he did pretty good when we played the Chiefs. He had an interception, right? He showed up in some aspects as well. David Long, I knew this kid was going to be great from when the time he filled in for Jayon when we played the Patriots in the playoffs. Yeah. He showed out, especially specifically that Rams game. And when he was in the game, you can know his speed, his instincts. He can cover. I like what he did. I love what David Long Jr. did. But when he got hurt, you could tell the production went down, right?
It did.
Monty Rice is the same build as Jayon and David Long. So with him getting hurt, you can tell it went down. So with this group, I gave him a B plus because of the digression of Jayon and the digression of Rashaan. Because after that Chiefs game, Rashaan kind of just started doing just like this, kind of digressing. He's like, okay, he's not progressing, he's digressing. And I'm like, okay, this group. But with this group, like I said, a B plus. But I like what they did, and I think our linebackers haven't been this aggressive maybe since Keith Bullock, but the pair itself, when Cunningham came into play, and what did I tell you about Cunningham, Hawk? Cunningham getting here, he's a run stopping machine.
Right.
He can't cover, but he can
right.
run. He can stop the run all day. So for me,
sure.
a B plus.
For sure. Okay. All right. So let's look at the comments in the comment section. I see a lot of B's as well.
Let's see. I think Josh. I'm gonna start right here. Josh with the A minus.
A minus. Okay.
Foster Tate, David Long gets an A.
Long
I like that. Yes, I agree with you. If it was just for him, he get an A. Danko gets a D.
Ooh, Danko.
Ooh. Danko, one of them teachers, man. He grade hard, man. He grade hard.
Yeah, that's all right.
Breakout with the C. Wario 7 with the A. JS75 with the B plus.
B plus.
Riley with the B
B plus.
Damien with the B. Jeremiah with the B plus. Z for Zach. What up,
Kenyon? What's good? Kenyon, what's good, bro? What's happening?
B from Jeremy. Rodney with the C. Titan Rob with the B plus. Titan Fox, nice. B plus. We ended it well with Cunningham and Long and Jr.
For sure.
Let's see. Jay Woods, he gives them. Let me see. What did he give them? He gives them a B.
Before Cunningham B minus, after an A minus. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right, absolutely. Mark with the B. B Grove with the B minus. And Warren said he changed my mind. I'm giving him a solid B.
Cool.
Okay.
P, A with Cunningham, B without. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Inside,
so
B plus. Okay.
B plus, Matthew. Okay. It seems like a B plus.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does.
Okay. All right. B plus. Okay. All right. B plus. Okay. Inside linebackers. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's get on to the secondary, Jacques.
Woo!
Let's see. Woo!
Our old position, man. Woo.
Yes, sir. All right. We're getting into the cornerbacks, the CBs. All right. We got Christian Fulton. We got Jack Rabbit Jenkins, Elijah Molden, Chris Jackson, Buster Screen, who just signed an extension, Greg Maben, Breon Borders, and Caleb Farley. The corners. All right, Jacques. It's on you, bro. We got 48 people in the chat, by the way. Hit that like button, folks.
All right. So this group, I got to give them a C. Okay. All right. And I hate to do this because I used to play corner, and I love this position, man. This position, my favorite NFL player is Deion Sanders, and then my second is Jerry Rice. So you know how much I love this position. But with this position, Jack Rabbit, I like what Jack Rabbit did. I feel like he was getting acclimated. And if people understand how corner is played, corner is just almost like a relationship between a quarterback and a receiver. You have to have good communication skills when you play corner, right? You got to get used to the scheme. You got to get used to how the secondary does things. And with Jack Rabbit, I think it came on late, but I think I like what he did. He provided that veteran presence. In times, yes, he did get burnt, which the first couple of games he got burnt. But at the end of the day, he kind of settled down and came into his own. At the end of the day, when it came to the playoffs, Jamar Chase ultimately caught that ball on him. Okay, so then when I look at Molden, I like the rookie, but he's not a man corner, right? Nope. And it was times when he got toasted, and it was ridiculous. Christian Fulton, my guy, you showed out, boy. You showed out. He gets an A+ for me. But the group as a whole, Greg Maben, when he was in there, he was solid, but he couldn't stay healthy. Right. Buster Scream came on late, so I give this group a C, dog. What about you?
Jakeon made a heck of a comment about why he gave a D+, by the way. We'll get to that. That's because of our pass rush. Ooh, that's a hell of a comment right there. It
is, bro.
Ooh,
it is, bro.
So I gave this group a C as well, John.
I knew you was gonna do it.
Same grade, bro. Exact same grade. I'm telling you, I have not changed nothing. A C. I got a C.
Funny. Wow.
All right. Wow. So the reason I gave this group a C, when you look at our defense, we were number 25 in the league in the past. Mm-hmm. Folks might not realize how many yards we were giving up a game.
We gave up a lot of yards,
we gave up a lot of yards. 25th in the league in pass defense. So you might even say they should get a D, right? But the one thing about our corners, though, we gave up a lot of yards, we did not give up a lot of touchdowns. Okay. So we were literally a bend but no break defense. Now, the defensive line might have sort of gave the smoke and mirrors. Maybe, it could have been worse if we didn't have a good front, right? But Christian Fulton stepped up, He had a really good season. Molden as a rookie, he led all the corners and tackles. He had 62 tackles, right? And Fulton had 2 interceptions. I know a lot of people get, upon Jack Rabbit. I know he had an up and down season, but I felt that Jack Rabbit got better as the season went on.
Right.
But we had 16 total interceptions from this group. Okay, so when I look at this, it could be better, but I don't think it's as bad as it could have been based on touchdowns. Okay, so gave up a lot of yards, not a lot of touchdowns. So I gave this group a C as well. So we got a super chat, Jacques.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Hold on. Let me see if I find it. If you can find it, man, put it up there.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Hold on. I think I got you. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Is.
Damon B, what up, bro? For the $20 super chase here for
Yes,
the defense,
sir.
Man. For the defense,
For the
bro.
defense,
man.
Damon Beverly, bro. We appreciate it, bro. Hey, we'll give him a double boom on that one. Damon Beverly, we appreciate it, bro. Damon Beverly. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Damon Beverly in the house, in the building. We appreciate the super chat, Damon Beverly. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
sir.
All right.
Damon B. Speaking of Damon B, thank you for the super chat, brother.
Okay.
He said he gives him a C. Hey, Michael, what's up, brother? He said first time checking in since that loss. Damn, that hurt. Now we have Russell Wilson in the AFC, and Deshaun is back. Also taking my head.
We're
gonna talk about it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Foster Tate with the
C minus.
The C. Jeremy with the C. Damon came through with the C minus. He said thank you. JS75 with the C. Al P with the C. Okay. CJ2K with the C. All right.
A lot of C's on here. A lot of C's.
C 25th in pass. Okay.
Yep. 25th in pass. That's right.
Titan Fox on the screen. So C. Yeah. And Mark Jones gave him a B. Good job, brother.
Okay.
Rodney with the D. Oh, okay.
Jacqueline. Of sure. C minus. Yes.
C. Yep. Jeremiah with the C. Let's see what we got. All right. Rodney said, despite guys being in and out and play well, B. Jack Rabbit played well against something. Okay. Yep. C. Matthew with the C. Titan Rob with the C. Let's see here.
Yeah, C plus.
Jakeon. Now, this is the comment. He did speak one. Yep. D plus because our pass rush balled out. Our cornerbacks without pressure, they suck.
That's right.
That's a hell of a comment.
Pass rush and DBs both help each other out hand in hand. That's true too, Matthew. That's a good point, bro.
Yep.
That's true.
Bend don't break. So,
what do you think, bro?
C?
What's the average?
A C.
That's what I think too.
Yeah,
right, C. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Those were our corners. Now let's get to our secondary part of the safeties.
Safety. Actually, me and Hawk played this position too.
Absolutely.
We like safety. Safety's pretty dope, man.
Absolutely. Safeties. All right. We got that boy from MTSU, Kevin Byard, Amani Hooker, Dane Cruikshank, Bradley McDougald, Brady Breeze, the safeties. All right. Jock, I'm going to take a stab at this one, bro.
Go on here, brother.
The safeties. I gave this group a B, man. I gave this group a B. I thought our safeties played very well. Kevin Byard, unlike last year, he did not have a good season last year, but Kevin Byard led us in tackles, and he led us in interceptions. 88 tackles from the safety position and 5 interceptions. He even had a sack as well. Kevin Byard held strong all season long. You know what I'm saying? He was very consistent. Won a few games bad, but it happens in the NFL. You're not going to be perfect in 17 games. Overall, he had a heck of a season. Amani Hooker had a good season too. Amani Hooker had some injuries early in the year, but he ended up being at 62 tackles. And again, when teams would beat us down the field, it was on the outside, not too much in the middle. And they once again did an incredible job of keeping everything in front of them on the defense. And the tackling was a bit better this year too. What I really like too, Jacques, is the tight end stopper, Dane Cruikshank. We played every good tight end this year, and they had like 1 or 2 catches per game out of all those guys because of Dane Cruikshank. In a one-on-one situation, he held it down. He's going to get signed by somebody. So I give this group a solid, strong B. What about you, Jacques?
I give him an A.
Okay. Tell him, Jacques.
I give him an A because of what this group saved our ass in a couple of games, right?
Sure.
Byard saved us with the Colts game. He saved us. Rams game, I got to give him his credit. Byard balled out, man. Amani Hooker balled out. Like you said, the tight end killer balled out. This group, like you said, we never got deep middle. We never got deep middle. And when we played the Bengals, you would think, okay, this group is about to get torched. No, safeties did well. Crookshank, Hooker. So for me, this group in the secondary wise, from corners to safeties, I give them an A, man. So salute to our safeties. I think we got one of the best tandems in the league.
For sure.
We're gonna have to pay the Hooker eventually as well.
Yes.
We got, man, there's a lot of people we got to pay, man. So,
PFF said that we have the best tandem of safeties in the NFL.
We do.
They said that.
We
So
do.
I should have maybe cited an A. I gave a B because again we were 25th in the league in passing, and that's a part of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But who do we got? Let's see what we got.
Hooker's underrated, bro. We're gonna have to pay him, bro. He gonna get paid. Yep. Jeremiah with the B minus, B plus, excuse me. Riley with the A minus.
Yep.
Jakeon with the A. Let's see here. Jeremiah.
Hope y'all having fun, y'all.
Oh yeah. Mark Jones with the A plus. Al P with the B. Matthew Levy safety solid 95%. So I think that's an A. That's an A, right?
Yep. That's an A.
Okay.
For sure.
Riley or A. He said or A. Okay. Cool. C plus.
C minus.
Okay. Best safety duo in the league. I agree. Foster Tate with the B plus. Let's see. Damon with the B. Warrior 07 with the B.
B.
Crookshank, the tight end killer. Yes, he is. We coined it first. Remember that? Let's see. JS75 with the B. Titan Rod with the A. Hooker really stepped up, and Crookshank was the tight end killer. Yes, sir.
The tight end killer.
Titan Fox with the B says they did their best they could, but with circumstances they were relied on to cover multiple players at once. Unless we clone them and play 13 men on the field, that's impossible. I agree with that. Let's see. Foster Taylor, I'm going to change my mind to an A because it's Dame. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see what we got.
Titan Rossi in the building. What up, Rossi?
Oh, Rossi D. What up, brother?
What's
you sound
up?
like Jack Rabbit.
Facts, no paper. Appreciate the compliment on the jacket, bro. Hey, we're being studious today. We're grading reports right now, man. So get my teacher on right now. Thank you.
Chris Ayers with the A. Big Sad. What's up? He says
A. What's up?
Our starters on top.
What do you think, Jacques?
Whew. It's a mixed bag, bro.
I see your comment about week 1 against Arizona, the Jets, and the Steelers. I do see that. I do see that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I think most I think Arizona is where they really got their butt kicked.
Right. But it was the first game of the season. You have to make those adjustments.
Yes.
And they did that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's whew.
What was the average? I'm trying to think. He's like an A minus or a B plus. Titans University. Maybe that's the swing grade right there.
There you go,
B plus. B plus. Titans University.
There you go.
Titans University grading the safeties.
Titan Universe came through. He split it.
Yeah.
They split it.
Yep. Okay. B plus for the safeties. All right. So we are done with the defense. Now, we have advised that we're pretty much putting the scope on the whole team. Okay. So that was the safeties. Okay. Now we got to talk about special teams, man. We got to talk about Brett Kern, Randy Bullock, Morgan Cox, Matthias Farley, and Nick Dunzenbar. Those are the special teams captains, right? They get paid to play special teams. So, Jacques, it's on you, brother. What you think, man? I want to know about this one. Ooh-wee. Special teams, y'all. What do we got?
Man, bro, I'm gonna give him a C.
Okay.
And the only reason I was gonna grade him super low. I'm just gonna tell you that. They were probably gonna get a D minus from me. But the reason why I gave him a C was because of Brett Kern. Okay. That's the only reason I gave him a C. Brett Kern bailed us out on a lot of games. True. But Randy Bullock, man, he was average at best. And Randy, the problem with him was you didn't know if he can kick 55 or 60 yards or 50 beyond 50, right?
Yeah.
Long snappers, cool, but to me, it was a C, dog. And like I said, specifically because of Brett. Shout out to Brett Kern. What about you?
I totally agree about Brett Kern to where he helped this grade. But overall, for me, Jacques, I gave these jokers a D, bro. Yeah, I gave them a D. Okay.
Before you go there, we got a super chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
The Zach Carpenter super chat, bro.
What's up, Zach?
Zach C in the building, bro.
In the building, Zach Carpenter.
Thank you, brother. He says, tighten up. Thank you.
Tighten up. Zach Carpenter. We appreciate it. Zach Carpenter. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Zach C in the building, folks. Zach Carpenter. We appreciate it, good brother. So, the reason why I gave this group a D. Okay, take Brett Kern aside because if it wasn't for him, I would have graded this group an F minus. We were 27th overall in returns, like kickoff and punt returns. That's terrible. Was anybody ever scared of us returning any kicks at all? No, right? Then you look at the kicking. We were 21 in the league in field goal kicking. Now, even about Brett Kern, his averages was pretty decent, but he was 25th in the league in punting too. Like we just didn't get it done. We couldn't get it done. And then when I look at Randy Bullock, he did great under 40 yards. Above 40 yards, he was like 58% over 40 yards. So that's the issue. You know, at 40 yards, between 40 and 50, you should make those kicks. You should be 8 for 13 in that spot, right? No one trusted our kicking game at all. We had a few game winners here and there, but overall, inconsistent, didn't cause any turnovers, didn't return any kicks, punts or anything. Special teams overall, for me, D, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Jakeon,
what do we got? C, very average. Yeah.
Danko with a C. Diamond B come with a D minus. Hold on. Right, I think they all overachieve A minus.
Okay.
Austin Tate with the C.
C.
Let's see. Special teams is a tough one. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
JS75 C. Jay Woods with a B with a very average. Okay.
Special teams B minus.
Okay. The return group's not so well. And you know what? Let me say this about that too as well while I'm doing this. There's really not no real returners no more in the league because of they pushed it back. So you're not finna get that dynamic returns like you used to back in the day.
Right.
So I just want to put that out there. But gotcha. Just because of Kern.
Yep.
Let's see. Al P with a C.
C.
Titan Rossi with a C.
It's fair. Okay. Chris, I see a lot of C's, man. I think that's the average.
Yeah, Big Stab with a C.
Okay.
And Randy showed up at the clutch a couple times. Yeah, he did. It was one game he did win for us, actually.
Right.
It was one game. So
okay. And overall D minus. Yeah.
Okay. So I seen a lot of C's.
Yeah, I think we're gonna give this group a C. I think we'll give them a C. All right. So no one is above reproach. So we got the players that we talked about. Now we're gonna get into the coaches. All right. So let's look at the coaches, man. Let me pull this up here. Let's see where they are. All right. Offensive coaches. Ooh, Jacques. All right. So we got that boy Todd Downing. We got Keith Carter. We got Tony Dews. We got Rob Moore. We got Pat O'Hara and Luke Steckel. These are our offensive coaches. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start this off, Jacques.
Take us away.
I'm giving this group a C.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of the players that we've had. We had the most injuries of any team in NFL history in a season. So we were plugging and putting people in different spots, right, in order to do something. Yet it's still, again, offensively, we didn't blow the charts off, but we had a bunch of average people out there. We really did. And you had a quarterback that is average, right? So you did the best that you can do, and you still was the number one team in the AFC, right? How? We still ran the ball very effectively no matter who was up front at running back, right? We still did a great job. Now, of course, there was a whole lot of misses in the passing game. If it wasn't for the run game in this spot, we probably would have scored an F in this category for a coaching standpoint. But I felt that they did their best to try to lean on the running game to get them wins, and they did do that. I think they didn't try. They tried their best not to put it in Tannehill's hands as much, because when they did, what happened? Turnovers, 14 interceptions to 21 touchdowns, and only 3,700 yards passing. Now, they failed to grade miserably in the playoffs. You know, so from an exam standpoint, they might be graded a D. But I'm going to give them a C, one, because it's a newer coaching staff. There's a lot of misses, don't get me wrong. But based on the talent that we had on offense, which wasn't much at all, we still were able to maintain and win a lot of football games. So I gave this group a C. What about you, Jacques?
I gave them a D.
Okay.
And they were going to get an F. But like you said, with the injury aspect, that's what saved them for me. And Todd Downing is what really brought this group down like tremendously for me, because Todd Downing is not a rookie play caller. He's done this before with the Raiders. And the Raiders kind of warned the Titans organization like, hey, Titans fans, y'all don't want him. He's not that good. Statistically, he's not that good. He wasn't good with us. Derek Carr didn't have a good year when he was coaching. So
Yeah.
No, they get a D specifically because of him. And yes, I get the injury aspect, but also scheme wise, specifically. And I'm gonna say this: it was some games where he was improving, but then some situations, I'm like, bro, why did you do that? Right?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Why are you doing that? That makes no sense. So for me, get a D.
A D. Okay. Okay. All right. I knew this was going to be one. I bet we're going to be off, and I bet those that are watching the show are going to have different thoughts on this as well too. So
Yep.
what do we got in the chat?
Let's see. Mark says C.
Okay.
Zach C
D.
says a D. Oh, no, you know what? Let me take that back. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me start here.
Okay.
Titans Universe with a D. Ty Downing with
F.
Jay Woods with an F.
Ooh, the big F minus. Okay.
Right. Foster.
Now
with a
again,
D.
I'm looking at the whole offense, all coaching, because
Right.
I thought the running backs coach did a really good job
Yes,
this year.
he did. That's why he get an F. Todd Downing, F.
Yep.
They specifically going off of Todd.
Yeah, they're going off Todd, right? If
Jakeon.
it was Todd Downing, yes, an F.
Right.
Yep.
Jakeon with the F.
F. D
JS 75 with a D minus. Danko with a C. I think you on autopilot, Danko. Jay Woods, third ranked offense to 18. Shaking my head. Speaks wonders. Great comment. Riley with a D minus. Offensive coaches D, 62%.
Okay, he
Warriors
got grades
on 7,
for
D
us.
plus.
Okay. All right.
D minus.
D minus.
D.
A lot of D's on here, man.
Mark with a C. Titans Fake, he said, good take, Hall.
Appreciate it.
D, sorry, Riley. Ryder said, sorry, D.
Understood.
Jeremiah with a C. Al P with a C minus.
C minus.
And you know what? Matthew, thank you. I've been screaming this from the mountaintops, bro. Run, pass. Yes, trust me. I'm a season ticket holder. All the fans around me feel the same way. The same comment you just said, they feel the same way.
That's
People
right.
watching on TV,
Same
you see
way.
it.
Exactly.
But when you in person, we screaming. Just stop.
Yep.
Whatever. The Big Mike. Shout out to Big Mike because me sit right next to me. Big Sad with a D minus, D plus.
Yep.
Titan Rod with an F. This offense really was disappointing.
Really disappointing.
Let me see what we got. William, he said I'm late. Yeah, you good, bro?
You good, William? You good? You good, man?
Let's see. Not as predictable
as Zach Taylor. Okay.
Taylor. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
C plus.
C plus.
D plus.
So what do you think? What do you think, Jacques?
About a D. D plus.
Yeah. D plus. D plus.
Yeah.
Sure.
D plus.
Yeah, D plus. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Cool.
And Mark, let me say this. I get that. It is hard. It is hard to game plan. But let me say this. I don't hear Tom Brady complaining when it's hard for him to game plan, quote unquote. That ball Byron Leftwich drawing up. And I know it's Tom Brady, but still, if you got a good offensive coordinator, they can put you in positions to where you can succeed. So I get y'all's argument, but there's also a counter argument to that as well. It's just our quarterback, man.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was offensive coaching. Now let's look at defensive coaching. Trying to find these slides. Let's see where it is. All right. Defensive coaches. All right. We got Shane Bowen, Terrell Williams, Ryan Crow, Jim Haslett, Scott Booker, Anthony Midget, and Jim Schwartz, the defensive coaches. All right, Jacques, what you got, bro?
I got an A. They get an A from me. The whole unit gets the A. That's the most improved unit that we've had probably ever as a Titans organization. We go from not getting any sacks to 19 sacks to what? How many sacks did we have last year?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
40-something sacks.
Yes.
You don't go from that doing that. This is the most improved group, the most money invested. Of course, Vrabel is a defensive-minded coach, so he knows how this stuff operates. Mm-hmm. So for me, they get an A+, man, specifically from the defensive line. The defensive line really came on to me, and that's what really did it for me. So they get an A from me, bro. Salute to the defense, man.
Okay, so you got them an A. Yes. All right. So I gave this group a B+. Okay? Let me tell you why. Well, first of all, that's a great grade. A B+. So for me, overall, the run defense was unbelievable. Again, you're not running on us. You're not going to run on the Titans, right? You're not going to really do a lot of little screen passes and things like that. Like the defense was always ready to go. But there was challenges on the deep ball. It was on the outside. Again, when you look at the passing game, 25th in the league in pass defense. Okay, so there were some definite opportunities in that situation, and there were not a lot of injuries on our corners. Like you had a few games here or there, or whatever. I know Hooker was out for a while at safety, but Christian Fulton was out there, Janoris Jenkins. They had players, they had consistency out there, and they've made some changes with Greg Maben and those guys or whatever. I just think that's just where the challenge was for me in order for them to get an A, was to be a bit better in the passing game on the defense. But up front, that's where the defense was unbelievable. The adjustments were made was incredible. Adding Jim Schwartz to the mix was incredible. Bringing in Danico Autry, Bud Dupree, all that changed our defense. So this defense played their tails off. Now, overall, they were number 12th in the league in defense. Okay, so a great defense, awesome. But again, I just give them a little bit of a shade based on the passing defense for me.
Well, let's see what the comment section says. JS75 A+, Jeremiah with an A, Foster Tate with an A, Jakeon with an A.
Okay.
Danko with a B. Titan Rossi with an A. Al P with a B+. DB with an A+. Let's see. Titan Fox A+, 9 sacks in the playoff games. They did everything they asked. Exactly.
Facts.
They covered good too.
Yeah, they did. They
covered. I got to give them credit. Right. Mark Jones with the A+++. Let's see. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. Riley defense as a whole, A, because of secondary ranked 25th in the league. Okay. A, Jim Schwartz helped share a ton. Exactly. William with the A+. Let's see what I got here. Riley with the A+, Warrior 07 with the B+. All we need is some better pass coverage. Which you got some in this draft this year. You do.
Yeah, you do.
Matthew Levy with an 87%. He says B+. Chris Hart with the A.
Yep.
Titan University D-line, good for an A. They are an S, but overall A-. Okay. And let's see. Titan Rob with the A++++++++.
Cool. Okay. All right. So what do you think, Jacques, from what folks are saying?
A. Well, you got a lot of A+. You had a lot of A+.
Yeah, for sure. So probably A+, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So A+ overall for the defensive coaches. Cool. Okay. All right. So defensive coaches, offensive coaches. There's another part of the team as well that's very important, and that's the special team. So we are going to look at the special team coaches. Let me see where that is. Just a second. All right. Special team coaches. Craig Ackerman, Matt Edwards. Okay. These are our special team coaches. So, Jacques, what you got, bro?
A C.
A C, okay.
The same grade I gave them earlier, they get a C.
All right.
They just average, man. They bring in all these special teamers to fill spots and fill holes, and they're okay. I don't think we gave up a punt return or for a touchdown this year or a kick return. If we did, I think it got called back.
Right.
But C for me, it's a C. Okay. I think losing Darren Bates, because Darren Bates was a hell of a special teams player, man. If he would have been on this special team unit, I think I would have gave him a B. But for me, it's a C. What about you? I guarantee it's a C.
I gave them a D, bro.
You gave them a D.
I gave them a D, bro. I gave them a D, bro. I gave them a D, bro.
You hard on special teams, boy.
Man, I don't think about this. What was there anything special this year on the special teams? Any turnovers that we caused?
Yeah, we caused one. We did cause one in the Raiders game. It was the Raiders game. Actually, let me say this. I was at the game. It actually helped us because we were looking kind of janky that game. So I got
17 games, 1 turnover. Okay, think about that, right? The average is there, right? So, again, the kicking game this year, if your kicker is kicking, anything above 40 yards, he was missing. So it's like, okay, what do we need to do? Do we need to bring in another kicker? Do we need to look at this thing? I mean, because we were inconsistent all year in that regard, right? We had no returns for a touchdown. We had a few decent returns, but nothing special from special teams. That's what they're there for, to do something special. We should call them regular team or average team. So I just thought they could have done much better. Did we even have a block punt? I mean, I don't remember any of that. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely didn't cause any turnovers. Like you said, we signed a bunch of players like Farley and Dunzenbar and those guys.
What about Chester Rogers? What was Chester Rogers' punt average and kick return average?
Early in the year, he was pretty decent.
Okay.
But fell off towards the end of the year. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But he doesn't. I don't think he scares anybody in
So,
returning.
can you tell me who was the number one special team unit in the league last year?
I'm not sure.
I'm just curious because the reason why I feel like they're trying to phase out special teams in the NFL now because it's just becoming too irrelevant. And it's just nothing. Why do we need special teams? You remember back in let me say that I'm dating this, but back in our day, when special teams really meant something, and it was one of those positions, it was one of those groups where, hey, a kick return can come to, a punt return can go. But since they moved everything up, it's just not. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's see what the comment section is saying.
We got the 21st in the league in kicking and 25th in the league in punts. Is what I know about the Titans. So
middle of the pack. At least we ain't 30, 35. I mean, who's 31st? Who's 32nd?
Yeah, that's a D. In a grading scale, that's a D.
That is.
In a grade
scale. Danko comes through with the C. Foster with the C. Titans Fox said no comment. And I almost did it. I almost said incomplete because I was like, I really don't have a grade for them. See, that's what Matthew Lee. I don't know how to grade special teams. It's because it's becoming obsolete. You don't see too many big punt returns or kick returns like you used to back in the day. Jay Woods with a C, Big Sad with a C. Let's see, Warriors 07 with a C. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Hold on.
Oh, the Ravens had the best special teams. Somebody said.
Mario said the only issue we have with special teams. I noticed if we don't have any return score. I agree. Let's see. Hold on. Man, hold on. They coming through. Riley, he said, all right, I'm headed out. You guys are great. Keep up. Hey, thank you for watching the show, brother.
Absolutely, Riley.
Appreciate it. Wario 7 with a C. Jeremiah C, I guess. Hey, Classic Ride Society. What up, brother?
Hello, Classic Ride. OG.
From the gym. Hey, get your gains on, bro. Pump that, get it in. Yeah. Let me see. Al P with the C. Riley with the C before he left.
So it looks like a C average, bro.
Yeah, it's a C. Damon B came with a D.
Okay.
Did we have Kalua? No, Kalua left. He was with the Giants, I believe. Right. He went with the Giants.
The year before, the Titans special teams was
they were cold.
Exactly.
That's when we had Kalua. We had what was a cornerback named Hawk with the dreads? That block he scooped when we played Kansas City. He
Yeah,
what was his name?
But
he was perfect, man. He plays for the Vikings now. Is that
not enough plays? Exactly. That's how I felt too. Agree with you. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think on the average?
It was C.
Yeah, that's what I think too. C from everybody overall. So okay. All right. Next, our strength and conditioning coaches. I know we're crazy, aren't we, y'all? We're crazy, but no one is above to get judged on this show. Okay, it is what it is. All right. We're grading everybody. Everybody gets a fair shake, okay? The strength and conditioning coaches. You want to know what my grade is on these jokers? Are y'all ready? Look at these names. Frank Piriano, Mondre G, and Brian Bell. I give them an F, Jock. They get an F. They get a freaking flying F, okay? I say that to say this. We led the NFL, matter of fact, in the history of the NFL in injuries.
You should have put the team doctors on there too.
That's for sure.
They all like,
man, what are you guys doing in the weight room, bro? What are you doing, man? All right, I mean, what other way can you grade this? Whether maybe blocking or maybe, on the defensive line as far as their push or whatever. I get that. Maybe that's a part of it too. But overall, I mean, we had too many injuries. We had so many injuries. I'm like, bro, what are we doing in the weight room? What are we eating? What are the nutrients that we're being fed? Like, every player got hurt this year except for Ryan Tannehill. So I'm giving the strength and conditioning coaches Fs. Somebody talk me down from that. Go for it, Jacques.
I didn't give them no grade. They just no grade for me. I mean,
look at these Fs on here. I feel you, man.
Y'all said it. We got 91, 96, 90. You the most injuries in league history, bro. It goes in either you're no comment. Vegas, no comment, no F, no none of that. Yep. That's how bad y'all were. Y'all didn't even get a grade from me. Y'all get it incomplete. Y'all didn't even do your homework. You threw it in the trash, let your dog eat it, let your baby brother and sister tear it up. That's how bad y'all were. So let me see. They agree. Jakeon, F. Fire immediately. And that's one position. Yeah, you're right.
See, not their fault. I get you. I understand.
That was out of fun. Danko, come on, Danko. Danko, you must be at work. You at work, Danko. Danko at work trying to do like that. Come on, Danko. You know that ain't no B. Donnie D, F minus.
F minus.
Sin
D
2
minus.
times. He said D minus.
The
Mark.
Really?
Which I agree. It's really not their fault. I agree with it. But
We don't. Yeah.
This is out of fun.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
F. Let's see. Hey, check it out. He at work, bro. Don't go too hard on him. Let's see. JSA F. LP F.
Hey,
you
too
right.
many soft tissue injuries. Right. Exactly.
And you know what? Thank you for that, Jeremiah.
Ty Smith. Thank you. That's who it was.
By the way, Jeremiah said F. F for funk. F. There you go.
F.
91.
So it looks like we got F's. Looks like we got F's on this one, dude.
Yep. Oh, okay. Damon says
a big stinking F.
Fat stinking F. Okay.
All right.
Man, there you go.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hey,
okay.
Jack, he said incomplete. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I would too, man. I would too, for sure. Okay. All right. So we are done with those coaches. Now we're about to get into the singular coaches, the big dogs, right? The big shot callers in this regard. The head coach, Mike Vrabel, as we call him Vrabes. Mike Vrabel, the head coach. Look at the name. Give him a grade. Let's see what we got. All right, Jacques, it's on you, bro. What you got?
I gave him an A. He won Coach of the Year.
For sure.
And we got an extra game that we won this year. Got us to the number 1 seed. That goes for motivation. The players like to play for him. Other players at the Pro Bowl saying they like how Coach Vrabel coaches. Vrabes gets an A, man. Vrabes is a man. He's a leader of men, right?
For sure.
And he understands football players because he was one. He can be bullheaded at times, but I got to give him an A, man. And to have the most injuries in a season, bro, you did what you could, and just give you an actual roster to work with, bro. Man, you could take this team to the universe, bro. So for me, an A. What about you?
I gave him an A+.
Okay, you got an A++.
Coach of the Year for sure, right? That's it. I mean, that's that you want Coach of the Year. It's nothing else to be said. Congratulations to Mike Vrabel. I know some folks, are gonna, say a lot of things about him and things on how the season ended, and I get that. There were some opportunities for sure. But overall, based on the situations that we dealt with this season, to be the number 1 team in the AFC, bro, that's all from coaching, man. Mike Vrabel did an incredible job. These guys were ready to play, and they love playing here, right? Players want to stay here. They're restructuring contracts and everything to be here. So Mike Vrabel, for sure, for me, is of all the grades that we've given, to me, this might be, the most assured grade. You want Coach of the Year. It's like end of the year at your job and you get a big promotion or something. Like, you're going to get the highest rated because you got promoted. Exactly. A+ for Mike Vrabel, man.
Man, so I think the chat kind of agrees with us. A-, Coach of the Year, yes, sir. A+. Zach with the A. Let's see what we got here.
Yep.
Big Mike gets an A++, A++, A. Oh, okay. I guess you ain't working. Hold on. They gonna come through with the super sticker.
Super chat. Danko.
Thank you for the super sticker for the $20, brother.
Absolutely, Danko, bro. We appreciate that, Danko, man. Hey, that's 2 booms, Danko.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. We appreciate it, Danko. Danko Hawkins. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Danko in the building, folks.
Yes, sir.
Super chat. Danko, we appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. Jake, hey, best lead in the okay. That Walgreens motivate get people opportunities. A+ from Wario 7, A from Foster Tate, B from William, A-. Okay, let's see what we got here.
D for the playoffs. Okay.
Coach 2 teams. Yeah, he's right. He did coach 2 teams.
Al
P with the B+, he won Coach of the Year, but he didn't over. I agree with that. Hey, Jake, you funny. He said, notice how Jock said universe is not Super Bowl. I did it on purpose. That's why. I'm not gonna do that no more, man. So let's see. Hey, Chris Hart. Hey, made it happen when practice squad players. There you go.
Yeah.
What you think, Hart?
For sure. I totally agree. I think it looks like A+ on this one. Okay. Looks like the average on A+. So yeah. So good stuff about the head coach. Agreed. Player, Coach of the Year. That's nothing needs to be said in that. He won the whole damn thing. So hey, congrats to Mike Vrabel. Right. All right, General Manager. That boy J-Rob.
John Robinson. Right now, bro. They mad at you right now, bro.
I know. So look, I want y'all to look at this year, not right now. Just look at 2021. All right, we're not doing post grades. We're doing the grades from the year. So think that through. Okay, John Robinson. All right. So, Jacques, what you think, bro?
Let's see. What did I give? I'm eating these peaches, man, for a reason.
Okay.
I actually gave him a B.
Okay.
Well, actually a B plus, excuse me.
B+,
and the reason why I gave him a B plus is I like what he did overall with our defense. He got our defense straight. He traded for Julio Jones, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, guys. Okay, we're going to get in that in a minute. But the thing is, one thing I didn't like was when it comes to these coordinators, we tend to not look on the outside, but we tend to look in the inside a lot. And it graded down because you wanted to stay with a guy named Todd Downing. And instead of going out there and getting some greatness, okay? Instead of going out there getting a real offensive coordinator that can elevate, that can continue what Arthur Smith did. So for me, and I like the Julio Jones trade. It just got a little janky. But for me, my brother J-Rob, and we got some. If we ever do an overall grade on you throughout your tenure with the Titans, me and Hawk got beef with you. But he get a B plus. What about you, Hawk?
All right, so Jacques, you and I are pretty lock and step in this regard. I gave him a B. You know what I'm saying? I gave John Robinson a B. Agree with you on the fact that he wasn't afraid to spend money last year. And those players that we did sign, except for Julio, those players did perform very, very well. But Dupree, well, he had injuries too, right? But you know, that's an uncontrollable as far as injuries. You knew he was hurt before you signed him, though. But you know, Bud Dupree, Nico Autry was to me the best free agent signing that we had, right? I think the free agent moves and the deals that he made has worked out for us because again, we were the number 1 seed in the AFC. You know, you got Derrick Henry paid. You know, I know he's working on a contract with AJ Brown, Jeffrey Simmons. You know, he keeps his players happy for the most part. And I think overall he did a really good job in the players that he signed and the players that, you know, ended up getting some more money on their deal. So John Robinson does a great job in maintaining stability within the organization. You know, I didn't like the draft that he was responsible for. That's what it, you know, pushed him from not getting an A. I think and we'll get more into the draft. I'm not going to spoil that, but I think that's where he fell last year. And so, but overall as a GM, I think John Robinson did a really good job. So I gave him a B, man. I gave him a B.
Jake Young, you funny. He said we should give Jock and Hawk a grade. That's funny.
Cool, man. Worst GM in history. Dang.
Hey,
Jay Woods.
Jay Woods, can you please elaborate? Please elaborate.
Wow.
I got to hear this. DeMario gave him a B. Mark Jones with the A+++. Let's see. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Hawk. There we go. Donnie B with the B+. Danko coming through with the C. For the season, he gets an A. Okay, I like that.
It's a lot of different scores on here. You see that. A, B's, and C's, right? Yes.
Big Sad B. Foster Tate B. Jeremiah A. Al P with the A.
So many players. Good point, Al P. That's a fact, sir.
Right. B+.
That is a hell of a point, dude. That he signed a whole bunch of players within the season and still made it overall.
Exactly. That
same thing.
Saying the same thing.
Right.
C minus. Great point, Big Sad. Yep. B minus. Let's see. J-Rod's only improved the Titans. Yeah, we was okay. I agree with that. And I agree with that, Mark.
Agree.
B minus. The Julio thing, like I said, we'll talk about that.
Yep. Yeah, I would have too, man.
B minus. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's true. He had the weapons. We're gonna see. We're gonna see this year, guys. Draft is a C.
Yep.
A+++ for y'all. Oh, thank you.
Appreciate
thank
that,
you, bro.
Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Jock and Hawk should be out. Hey, man, if they gave us an opportunity, bro, I'd definitely take it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think anybody would take it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we the peons, man. They ain't gonna look our way. So what you think, Hawk? Overall,
it looks like a B.
B.
Looks like.
And also, thank y'all for participating, man. We really appreciate this, man. For y'all
input,
man. We value y'all opinions. Hey, this is a free speech place, man. Do y'all thing. So we really appreciate y'all, man.
Exactly. And you see, hey, we will put you on here. You know,
Oh
we will
yeah, you
post
say
your
anything,
comment.
we're gonna put you on
We'll put it on there and keep you all involved. And more than anything, we hope you're having a good time and listening to the grades and getting our thoughts and getting your thoughts as well too, getting the overall vibe. And it looks, for the most part, we all sort of feel the same way about every position for the most part. So, all right. So next, the owner,
it's Amy Adams.
Amy Adams Strunk, the owner of the Tennessee Titans. So we're going to look at this as well overall. All right. So, Jacques, was it me first on the GM or you? I'm trying to remember. Who did it first?
I think it was me.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
yeah, it was me. I think, yeah, it was me. 'Cause I was eating my peaches.
That's right. That's right. So for me, for the owner, I'm giving Amy Adams Strunk an A. I think she did an incredible job. Again, building the right culture here, hiring the right people. We have a winning team here. 6 years out, 6 years in a row. You know, we've been in the playoffs consistently. Though it didn't end the way that we wanted to, but man, to make the playoffs is not easy. There's certain teams ain't been in the playoffs in 20 some odd years. Even the Cincinnati Bengals they didn't even won a playoff game in 30 years, right? Buffalo, same. A lot of teams wish they were in the situation that we have been over time. So we are continuing to be a really good football team. You know, more than likely, we'll probably make the playoffs again next year, hopefully. Amy Adams has done an incredible job as the owner here. So kudos to her. I give her an A overall. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I swear to God, I didn't look at your paper, but I'm saying the same thing. An A.
Okay.
Ever since she's taken over this organization, man, she's dug us out the hole. And one thing I like about her, she's so hands off. She lets John Robinson and Mike Vrabel do their thing. She says, "Hey, you guys do your thing." I think it's Tommy Smith as well. You guys run the organization. I'm here if y'all need me. Do what you got to do, and it's worked. It's played out very well. For her to go out and get John Robinson and to see his talent and let him do his thing and come in, hey, bravo. So I have no bad ill things to say about Amy, man. She gets an A from me.
For sure.
And let's see what we got. Hey, Mark, we appreciate that.
We appreciate it, man.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate it. For real, man.
So DeMario says A plus. Damon with the B. Let's see. And Mark, we're gonna get to y'all questions. Trust me, because I know there's a lot of questions about free agency. So let me see. She's not her dad. Hey, her dad, hey, Bud was wild, man. Bud was wild. He was a wild dude. A plus.
Zach A plus. A for Amy. Okay.
He said that we great.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Hey, we got to give everybody get that work, man.
Right now. We on one right now, man.
A plus.
Yep.
Hey, she bringing that new stadium, and yes, we really want to. Hey, Jakey, I appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
From Jay Woods, Danko give him that hard B. Boy, Danko, I hate to be in your class, man. I can't nothing get done right with you, bro. Big Sad with the A.
Big Sad with the A.
Let's see. She gives Jay,
that's right. That's correct.
And like Jerry Jones, you spot on with that. JS75 with the A, Jeremiah with the A. Let's see.
Looks like a lot of A's, man. Triple A.
We're going with the A, bro.
Yep. Going with the A here. Good. Okay. All right. So we got just a few more slides and then we're going to open it up. All right. So next, Offensive Player of the Year.
This is
hard. I want everyone to put their thinking caps on here. Okay. I want everyone thinking through as to who should win the Offensive Player of the Year for the Tennessee Titans. I do think this is a hard decision to make in this regard. I really do. I think it's slim pickings too, by the way, just in my opinion. But so, Jacques, who is your Tennessee Titans 2021 offense? See, the way that you're saying is what I thought too when I was writing this down. Who is the Player of the Year for us, man?
This was actually fairly hard for me, and this was tough, man. This was like one of my tough. When you sent this to me, that actually made me think.
Yeah, man.
And I see a lot of Derrick Henrys in the chat, and I was originally going to go with Derrick Henry or Ryan Tannehill, but I gave it to two people, man. And these two young individuals and these two brothers came in. And they picked up the slack of Derrick Henry, right? When we needed them to pick up the slack more. And that's going to go for me, Deontay Foreman, and Hilliard. I'm giving it both to them. Wow. Because of the simple fact that with the Patriots game, remember, our bread and butter is the run game. That is our bread and butter. So
Right.
when everybody went down, when Derrick Henry went down, every Titans fan was sweating bullets because he was like, who's gonna pick up the slack? We
Right.
go out and get an old AP. That's not it, right?
Yep.
We figure that out. But what Deontay Foreman, which I wish we would have signed him back, and what Hilliard was able to come in here and do is to hold fort for those two, and our run game didn't miss a beat. Matter of fact, a lot of people will argue and say in that playoff game, Hilliard and Foreman should have got the touches versus Henry.
Right.
And I think you would have seen a different outcome. But for me, man, I got to give it to Foreman, man. I got to give it to that boy Hilliard, man. What about you?
Interesting. So this, of all the ones that I had, same what you just said, this was the hardest decision for me. It took me the other ones, the grades, no problem. Right. For this one here, I was like, who? I want to say Derrick Henry. As you know, Derrick Henry's my favorite player. But here's the problem with Derrick Henry. He only played 8 games.
Yep.
I can't give him the offensive player. It's unfortunate. He would have for sure been the offensive player of the game. But for me, I gave this to Arthur Juan Brown. He played 13 games this year, right? And when I think about the 49ers game, and I think about the games where Ryan Tannehill made the decision to make the throws to 11 and feed him the football, we won big football games because of him on offense. Our run game was really good, yes, and it was a bunch of different running backs, but there was only one receiver that we really had that made big plays, and that was A.J. Brown. He had 65 catches. I'm not saying that's a lot, right? 869 yards. That's not going to really scare nobody when you look at the numbers. But again, a lot of it has to do with injuries. And even the 13 games he played, probably 3 of those games he was hurt, right? He probably played like 2 minutes, but he played and it counted. So I'm going to say for me, for this season, though I think somebody can make the argument for Ryan Tannehill because, again, Tannehill was here for 17 football games, okay? He played every game. So somebody can make that argument. But I don't think he made as big of a difference as, say, A.J. Brown did. When it was on, it was A.J. Brown. So for me, it's A.J. Brown. He was
I'm going to add to AJ. I was going to give it to AJ, but when being at those games and seeing some of those balls that AJ dropped, it really counted it down for me because in times I would love to see AJ take that next leap and become that. And I know you got to throw the ball. You got to get the ball to that man. Whatever they do this year, man, he's the target. But I'm going to say with this one, we're going to just kind of get everybody's just the individuals because it's kind of hard to say who's yours, right? So let me see. We got Jake Young with Deontay Foreman. All right. We got Mark Jones with Derrick. Forrest.
Foster takes it. Derrick Henry. I don't care. Derrick Henry. Ben Jones. And I like that.
Okay.
I do too.
Jay Woods with the unpopular opinion. Tannehill kept.
That's not an unpopular opinion. I agree with you, Jay Woods.
It's a great.
It is a great opinion. It is.
It should be Tannehill.
It should be Tannehill. I do agree with Tannehill. Was my number 2.
Right.
Ryan Tannehill.
Let's see. A.J. Brown or the King. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Tannehill.
With practice squad players. Yep.
Deontay Foreman. Al P said so many injuries, Foreman and Hilliard.
Yep.
Simmons or our D line. I like that. And I was off. Are we talking about offensive line? Are we talking about offense?
Yep.
We'll get the defense in a minute.
Foreman.
Foreman.
Okay. Westbrook Akina was consistent. What he was asked to do.
These are some great answers. Let's see. AJ Foreman. Let's see.
AJ or Foreman.
Mark Jones with Ben.
Okay.
Let's see.
Big Ben.
Let's see what we got here. J75 says AJ.
Okay.
Let me see. Mark Jones says AJ. Okay. So
all right. Okay.
So that was some great answers, man.
Yeah, it was great answers. Great answers. Okay, so let's get to the defensive. Oh, that's most improved. Excuse me. Defensive player of the year on the defense. Okay. So defensive player of the year. So again, put your thinking caps on because I think there's several candidates here I think that you could choose from. But for me, I got to pick one. And that's that boy number 98, Jeffrey Simmons. He's my defensive player of the year. There are other players that did very well on defense. But I think Jeffrey Simmons controlled the narrative for the whole defense, just like he did in Mississippi State, right? Mississippi State was like the number 1 rated defense in college football when he was playing. And even now with the Tennessee Titans, he controls and dictates everything. When he brings energy, when he causes a lot of problems, we do unbelievable. When he's a nose tackle out there, damn near, right? He's playing inside defensive tackle and had almost 9 sacks. And if you add the playoff sacks, he would have had double-digit sacks this season, okay? So Jeffrey Simmons also had a lot of tackles for losses. He had 12 this season. So there's, without a doubt for me, Jeffrey Simmons made everyone around him even better, okay? Jeffrey Simmons is arguably our best player, okay? So Jeffrey Simmons is a beast. For me, he's Defensive Player of the Year. For me, no question about it. What about you, Jacques?
I didn't look at your paper, but it was Jeffrey Simmons. Same thing. Jeffrey Simmons got Harold Landry paid.
Yep.
Jeffrey Simmons allowed Danico Archer to eat. Jeffrey Simmons helped Bud Dupree. Jeffrey Simmons helped Byard in the secondary.
Right.
Jeffrey Simmons, there was some games he turned into Aaron Donald. Matter of fact,
right.
It was the Rams game. I feel like he turned into Aaron Donald.
He just woke up, didn't he? He's like, I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, he took Aaron Donald's powers and he said, okay, I'm here. So for me, Jeff improved each year, right?
Yep.
Jeff creates havoc. He creates chaos.
Yep.
He's strong. He's crazy. So for me, Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons, for sure. What do we got in the comment section, Jacques?
Let's see.
Danico, that's a good one.
Says Danico,
it should be a good multi-mix of folks.
Right.
Danico
the defense played well.
Danico was consistent. He was.
Big Jeff.
Jeffrey Simmons. Yep.
Ooh, like this. I like this.
Molden.
Big Jeff.
Harold Landry. Okay.
Amani
yes, sir.
Hooker.
Like
you said, you could have went several places on this one. Big Jeff.
Byard would have been my number 2 pick. It's Kevin Byard because he led us in tackles. He led us in tackles and interceptions, and he made all pro. You see what I'm saying?
And Pro Bowl.
Right. Exactly. It would have been Byard. Jeffrey Simmons.
The entire defense, man. Hey, I agree.
Yeah.
Zach C. Harold Landry. But it's Big Jeff's hands down. Yep. Big Jeff. Simmons. Yes, he got him paid. Oh, yeah.
He did.
Big Jeff. So I think we all agree on this. It's Jeff.
Looks like it.
Jeff. We got a David Long, who is underrated. I agree. But Jeff is the unanimous decision.
It's the unanimous. No question about it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We got just a few more slides, y'all. We got just a few more. We appreciate everybody, tuning in. We got 49 people in the chat, man. Staying active. That's what we're
rocking with us, boy. I get active. Let's go.
We told y'all we grading everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No one is above reproach.
Hey, we've got the greatest stadium too. I would have gave it an F.
All right. So next, most improved player of the year. That's interesting. So again, this could be a wide range of players. I'd be interested to know what you all think. But who would you put down, Jacques, as the most improved player of the year, bro?
Easy. Christian Fulton.
Yes, sir.
For me, Christian Fulton, from what he did his rookie season to what he came in and did this season, was incredible. And I'm going to tell you how I got privy to Christian in the preseason. Quick story. And I told you, a lot of people don't look at the preseason like I do. I look at the preseason, I take the preseason as value. A lot of people don't. I'm looking at Christian in the preseason. I'm like, okay, Christian is on the number 1 receiver. He's doing pretty good. His technique has gotten better. For some reason, he's not the fastest guy, but technique. If you're not the fastest guy, technique will always save you. I swear to God. If you're a young kid that's playing football, if anybody in the comment section, if you're young in high school and you want to play DB, your technique will always save you. I just mark my words. Technique got better. He told Vrabel and them that he was on an offseason program, and he came in and he proved it. He got DK Metcalf pissed off.
Yeah, he did. Had him in his feelings. Woo.
He had DK
Facts, no paper.
He had him mad. I think the one game that he kind of struggled was against his best friend, Jamar Chase. Okay.
Right.
That was the one game I seen. I said, okay, Christian, you struggled a little bit. But throughout the season, I did not worry about Christian. As a matter of fact, when he was on Landry, this is what you get when you get an SEC guy, right? They can come in right away and do their thing. So for me, my boy Fulton, do your thing, bro. What about you, Hawk?
I hate to carbon copy as well, man. That's who I had as well as Christian Fulton. For sure, the most improved player. He led us in pass deflections at 14. He had 2 interceptions. There were games a lot of folks didn't really throw at Christian Fulton. Fulton did a really good job in covering space, closing up gaps. Doing a really good job overall with a lot of receivers. And you can tell, man, he had a better confidence this year than he did last year. And I guarantee you next year, he's going to step on the field really ready to go next year. You know what I'm saying? Christian, of course, he'll get better. I think that the ceiling is so high for Christian Fulton. Coming from the SEC, LSU's a 3-year starter there, man, at corner. Okay, so he's battle tested. It ain't nothing he hasn't seen. You know what I'm saying? I was very close to picking Dane Cruikshank here. I was very close. Okay, he literally is the tight end killer, the best I've ever seen at that spot, man. Cover tight ends.
He had Travis Kelce pissed.
I mean, he did. He had him George Kittle, everybody pissed. Like, man, what is he doing, bro? But I would say overall, it's Christian Fulton for sure, our most improved player for 2021. Christian Fulton.
I like it. By the way, Zach C,
hit
man,
those
right.
likes for sure.
Smash that like button
for sure. Who do we got for most of Christian Fulton? Okay,
let's see. At Fulton.
Yep.
Let's see.
Swain.
Hey, do your thing, bro.
He did improve, but that's not a lot of Fulton, yeah, easy. Yep. Yeah, easy. NW. That's a good one. Good one.
Yes.
Good one. Good one.
David Long. Okay, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Jeffrey Simmons. Harold. I feel like Harold was playing for his contract, but I agree.
NWI.
Fulton. Jeffrey Simmons.
Okay.
Fulton. Landry. And notice all this is coming from the defense, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of offensive players, but defense.
Right. Fired. He did. Got to be Fulton. David Long. Good one up he is. That's true.
Nissan Stadium is not.
If it's incomplete,
it's incomplete. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm in that thing every season. I know.
Yep.
Jeffrey Simmons, Fulton. Yes, he did. He had DK crying with that pacifier in his mouth.
He did. And the teal hair he had. It looked crazy. Like, what's wrong with him? Yeah,
David Long, number 2. Fulton and Harold. Let's see. Chris. Let's see.
What up, Sin City?
Sin City in the building. Fulton and Caleb are supposed to be shut down on either side. Let's hope. Jakeon with the 199 super chat. He said we can say the whole defense.
Absolutely. Jakeon in the building. Jakeon. Hey, we appreciate it, Jakeon. Thank you for the super chat. Jakeon. Boom. Jakeon in the building. We appreciate the super chat, sir.
Yes,
Thank you kindly, bro. Nate Davis.
Okay, Nate, I like that.
I don't know if he improved. I don't know if Nate Davis improved.
He kind of digressed a little bit, but
I think so too.
Henry was on pace to be. Yes, Henry was going to break the record. He was going to break the record. Henry was going to be the new rushing leader ever in history.
For sure.
So yeah, I like that. He was more of a comeback player. I like
that's a great point, Sin City. That is true. That's true. Okay. All right. So Jacques.
Yes, sir.
The draft. Okay. So we're going to grade the draft here, y'all. I want everyone to look at the draft. Look at all the players that we drafted. Caleb Farley, Dylan Radins, Monty Rice, Elijah Molden, Des Fitzpatrick, Rashad Weaver, Racy McMath, Brady Breeze. Look at it one more time before we give these grades. Okay, you all see it. Okay. All right, so Jacques.
Sure.
I think you know how I feel about our draft.
Well, I know you do, man. We talk about it all the time.
I gave our draft class a D, man.
Okay.
I gave them a D, okay, a D. When you look at it, Caleb Farley was hurt. Dylan Radins didn't even know how to play football until maybe the last 3 weeks of the season. Monty Rice played very, very well, but dealt with injuries. Elijah Molden played great, based on where we drafted him. Des Fitzpatrick didn't know much about the playbook. He's got a lot to learn. Rashad Weaver got hurt. Racy McMath did get some playing time, but I don't think he had not one catch. And Brady Breeze in the roster back and forth or whatever. So I don't really think that this draft class really panned out well this year, just being honest with you. The hope is in the draft, is more of, okay, do you see something with these guys, right? But we're not grading them on that this year. We're grading on what they've done and what they did on the field this year. Potential could be there. But what we saw this year, you think about other rookie classes that we've had, A.J. Browns, Jeffrey Simmons, guys that's on the field, right? Playing, starting, doing those things. We didn't have that this year. We didn't. So I was not impressed with the draft. I think John Robinson probably feels the same way. That's why this year he has to hit a home run here for the future of the franchise. I'm giving the grade for the draft picks a D, a damn D. What about you, Jacques?
I carbon copied it. I gave him a D as well. And the reason why is like to answer your question, to Mario, contributions. What did you contribute on the field versus potential? Because if we do potential, then that's hard to do right now. Maybe
Facts,
I
no
can say
paper.
your second year. Your second year, you're gonna really tell on yourself your second year.
Right.
But what you contribute. Only two rookies that really contributed was Molden and Monty Rice. Okay.
Facts, no paper, sir.
Molden, we already knew he was gonna be a stud. We knew that day one. He was reliable, he was durable, he made plays. He didn't even look like a rookie. I gotta take him out and put him in. He looked like a second-year player. Right. He was smart. I mean, he just did his thing. Monty Rice potential is what he reminds me of David Long when David Long got drafted. David Long took a minute to kind of get there, but you seen the potential in the flash. So Monty Rice, I like Monty Rice, but him getting hurt him, right? It hurt him. Everybody else, Dylan Rader's best game was the San Francisco game, and then and even Vrabel and them are still saying they don't think he's ready. So if he's not ready, then why waste your time with him, right? Don't waste your time with potential. But I say this every time, every draft, every year we about to do the draft. What do I say, Hawk? What do we do with that? What should we do with that first round pick?
Trade it.
Exactly, right? I say that every year. Unless I see something, I can be like, okay, he's a can't miss dude.
Right.
This draft right here, we knew we needed a DB. Well, you knew you weren't getting Asante Samuels Jr. You knew you wasn't getting what's the other kid from Denver?
Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain. You knew you wasn't getting him. There was another couple of DBs that you knew you kind of like, but you go get a Caleb Farley, who, let me say this. And Hawk knows how I feel about DBs coming out of college. If you're a converted receiver trying to play DB, if you don't have it, hey, that's hard to do, brother. Right? We did that project with Adoree. So with me, I gave this a D, man, just off of contributions, period. But Molden and Monty, man, brothers, y'all contributed. And one more person I got to talk about. He was undrafted. Was Naquan Jones. Naquan Jones, okay, who should have been drafted. That kid came in and he showed out. He got him a starting spot. So shout out to Naquan Jones, just like T.R. Clark.
Right.
I don't know. Sure. They hit. So let's see what they're saying. So Chris Wallace says, well, first of all, Jakeon says a big old
F. Jakeon, I understand, bro.
So this is gonna be the trend right here.
Yep.
First says Rice and Molden. Yep. Now, already, let me see. We'll get to that. So we got to wait. Okay, so you're going off potential. So you
but we're just saying this past season, their production on the field as rookies and where they were drafted, right?
Matthew Levy gives them a D+. Mark Jones gives them a B. Let's see. Big Sag gives them a minus. Let's see. C still potential, and I understand with the potential part. If we just grade out potential, I probably give them a B because the potential that they have. But but this year D. Let's see. Ongoing grade, I like that. DeMario B. Al P with a C minus. JS 75 with D minus.
Okay.
Damian Beverly with a C.
C minus.
Nico with a C. Let me see. Molden, I'm telling you, Molden was good whenever. Yep, exactly.
If it wasn't for Molden, I would have given this grade an F minus.
Titan Fox with a D for now. Potential means a lot. Yep. Let's see here. Naquan did. Yep, he did. Naquan showed out, man. Let me see. Why does Hawk look like a high school science teacher?
Hey, it's on purpose. This is the grading show, report card show. I'm glad that I look like that. That's on purpose.
Chris Hart, Rashawn's gonna get there. Yes, Rashawn Weaver. If Rashawn Weaver would have played this year, I probably would have bumped it up to a C because the way he was playing in the preseason. Right. Monty is solid. Molden will catch up. Molden is doing a hell of a job. D for contributions.
That's what we're asking. Contributions.
Yep. So there you go.
Yep.
So I think about a D.
Yep. So speaking of the rookies, right? Speaking of the rookies, who should be the rookie of the year?
This is easy.
So it's out of these 6 players that we looked at to say these should be the contestants in this particular category. Monty Rice, Dylan Radins, Elijah Molden, Racey McMath, Naquan Jones, Des Fitzpatrick. And these are the guys that the rookies that played the most, had enough playing time to be considered. My answer, very simple. Elijah Molden. Do I need to say anything else?
Nope.
Elijah Molden. What about you, Ja? I don't need. There's nothing else to be said.
I'm with you. Molden. Molden. That's all I got.
Yep,
Molden.
Molden. It's all it should be. Molden for
Molden.
everybody.
Yep.
Brady
I
Breeze.
think that's Molden. Molden.
Molden. Yep.
Brady Breeze.
Brady
Boy, you
Breeze.
trolling, Jackie. Molden. Jedi. Molden. Jones. Naquan. Now, like I told you,
would be.
Naquan was my second. He was my second.
He's my second too.
Molden.
Yep, he did.
Molden.
Naquan Jones.
Molden.
Yep, Molden for sure. For sure. Well, folks, we want to say thank you all for listening in to the grades of the Tennessee Titans for 2021 on the report card. We hope you all enjoyed that and everything. We sure did, Jacques. This was fun as it always is, man. It really is, So, Jacques, we are gonna open it up.
Yeah, let's open it up.
Lots going on in the NFL right now. And
I think everybody's waiting on this too. So
absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, all right. So we are wanting to give you all an opportunity to sit at the dinner table. Give you an opportunity again here to chop up. We got the fruits, vegetables, lamb chops, whatever. We got it on the plate, on the table, cutting it up. Ready for you all to ask us questions. So ask us some questions, man, and let's get to it.
All right. So I know this question's going to come up a lot. Sin City, thank you. He says, who do y'all think will get in free agency? Anyone. All right, Hawk, I'm going to let you, and you can stretch this. I don't care how long you go, but go ahead. And by the way, if you could run down who we have so far or what we've done so far, do you know?
As far as free agents?
Yes.
Well, I know we just picked up the running back from the 49ers.
Yes.
I know we got him, Austin Hooper, today.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of some other guys. Like new guys.
You got the kid from the 49ers.
Yeah, the running back.
Yep. You got the offensive lineman from the Seahawks, who I heard is a swing offensive lineman.
Swing tackle. That's right. Yep. I think that's it.
We got the DB from the Houston Texans.
That's right. That's a special teams guy. That's right. A bunch of plug-in guys, right? That we've got, except for Austin Hooper. He's gonna be our starting tight end for sure.
Yes.
I think we're gonna pick a receiver as a free agent. I've been looking at. I really thought maybe Juju would be in this spot. He signed with Kansas City. I'm not too mad about that because I'm sure with him scoring touchdowns and doing the Corvette dance and doing all that, I'm sure people will be like, bro, can you stop all that, dude? For real. Mm-hmm. But Washington was another receiver I thought maybe we would get from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, he's going to Dallas today. I got to plug my chart.
No, you good. No, you right. The receiver aspect, Hawk. Now we could trade for Robert Woods. That the Rams did put Robert Woods on the trade block. You can give up probably that extra 4th round pick, the compensatory pick that we got. You can trade a 4th round pick for Robert, bring him in. He fits the scheme. But I feel like if we were going to do something, we would have did it a long time ago. Jarvis Landry and Tannehill don't get along from what we've heard, right?
Yep.
It won't hurt to bring it in, but at least try it, right? So right now, I think they will get a receiver. I also think they'll probably try to bring in another lineman. And we need another tight end. Gerald Everett from the Rams, he'll be a good option as well. But just how this free agency week has been crazy, man. I've never seen nothing like it before in the NFL. The AFC West is by far the best division in football, and it's looking like the NBA right now. So
right. Well, I tell you, there's one receiver. The fat Allen Robinson got signed with the Rams, right? And Odell Beckham is out there. He's a free agent. I mean, I doubt we would sign him, and the Rams would probably work some type of deal with him or whatever. But he's still not on contract right now. So there are a few receivers out there, but there's no receivers. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to get him now. Like in that particular spot. But I do think we will get a receiver.
Right. And will it be the draft? Because I know that's JS75 asked. What are we gonna do at receiver? I think it'll be the draft. Watch out for Trayvon Burke from Arkansas. I think that's his name.
Yep.
The option Olivier. He's an option from Ohio State. There's several options and at this point you really have no choice. You got rid of Julio.
Yeah, you have to sign a receiver.
You're gonna have to
either sign or draft or both. You got to do.
Exactly.
You got to. I'd say both. Sign one and even draft one. Whether be in the first round, maybe third round. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got to get a receiver for sure.
So, David Beverly, what's the deal with Marcus Mariota? Are we getting him back? No.
Nope. I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't. Now I know I've been hearing this. Cordell Patterson's a multi-person. You know what? I would bring in Cordell. I like what he brings.
I do too,
I
man.
like
Oh,
what
it
he
would
brings.
be it'd be great here coming back to Tennessee.
Man, kick the
Where he
tires
played
on
his
it.
college ball.
Yep. I say do it. I say pull the trigger. I say pull the trigger. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
Let's see. So Sam the man says, do you think we'll draft a wide receiver
Wide
two,
receiver
first
number
round?
2 in the first round.
Yes.
Very likely. Very
Yes,
likely.
we will. Yeah.
That or an offensive lineman. And
Yep.
folks, do not get PTSD if we draft
Nope.
an offensive lineman. Okay, we're
This
gonna talk about
class.
that. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't understand, like, no, don't tell me an offensive lineman again. But bro,
Right.
hey, we need linemen. We do. We really do. And offensive lineman is more assured than say receivers, man. Like you
Yes.
get your big guy, man. Offensive lineman can last in the league for a long time.
But they ain't gonna last coming to us. They got some hogs in this draft, dog. Some
Yeah.
hogs. So if you want an offensive lineman, this is the draft to do it.
Right.
Force State says, what y'all think about our new tight end Hooper? I like him.
I do too.
Versatile. Go ahead, Hawk. I already know what you're about to say.
Yeah. So I go to road games as well for the Titans. And I went several years ago when he was with the Atlanta Falcons. And I saw 2 players really just break through. And that was AJ Brown. That was his rookie year. He had a hell of a game. That was like his first game. Like, oh, we got something here. And Austin Hooper. Hooper had like 12 catches that game. I was like, damn, who's number 81? Mm-hmm. And throughout that entire year, Hooper balled out for the Falcons and made the Pro Bowl. He's made 2 Pro Bowls. Hooper is not a blocker. I will tell you that. He does not block well at all. Hooper is kind of soft too. Watch the film, okay? He's not a strong tight end, but he runs really good routes, and he plays very well and catches the ball really good. His route running is pretty elite, actually, at tight end. I like Hooper. It's better than what we got. Now, Jeff Swaim is the only tight end we got on the roster right now.
Man, well, he's Hooper now too, so he good. And Matthew, I like this. It would have been AJ Julio, Juju, Hooper. Man, that would have been a hell of a receiving core. But I guess they didn't want to pay Julio that money. So let me see. Let's see. Here we go. And there we go. Williams. Yeah, I think we're gonna pick up Woods from LA. It wouldn't surprise me if John is not on the phone with LA right now. I guess they're trying to figure out like what draft and the contract and everything like that, and if it makes sense, which it does, because Vrabel and them bragged on Robert Woods. They actually like Robert Woods, so it wouldn't surprise me if he is traded to the Titans. And
hopefully he's healthy because he had an ACL.
Yeah, he did have ACL. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
But Woods is an LA guy. If anything, I'm sure he'd want to stay with the Rams. Might go down the street to the Chargers. He's an LA dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I just hope J-Rock goes crazy in the draft and gets a, you know what? He's going to have to hit on the draft like he hit that draft when he got Jeffrey Simmons, AJ Brown. That draft was incredible, man.
Yep.
That was an incredible draft. And Jay Woods, you're right. Traylon Burks is a stud. That kid can come in day one and he'll start day one. Hawk, if you have you seen him?
I've seen him play several times for Arkansas.
Man.
Big receiver, big slot, big strong receiver. Yes, for sure.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, man. If y'all ain't paying attention, the Grizzlies are balling right now. So shout out to our folks in Memphis.
That's right.
Man, they shout out to the Grizzlies, man.
That's right.
Antonio Brown,
Brown.
Yeah.
I do think somebody as crazy as gonna be. I think somebody will sign AB, man. Probably like the Dallas Cowboys or somebody.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what we got here. Okay, here we go. But y'all think we might trade Tannehill in the draft package, or we gonna keep him? We're gonna keep him.
No, we keep him.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yep.
We're gonna keep him. Matter of fact, Tannehill should have restructured his contract because the money that he's got, since you lost us that playoff game, you need to fork off with some of this money and free up some space to bring in some more people so we can help you.
That's right. Correct. That's a fact.
Let me see what we got here. But yeah, I think Tannehill is going to be here, guys. He's not going nowhere.
No, he's not.
I've heard. I know. Shout out to Titan Rossi and them. They did a piece on this. Tannehill's in the building. Him and Derek are breaking film down. They actually had a meet and greet in, I want to say, Alabama, so somewhere. Him and Tannehill did like a little meet and greet at some little store or whatever. So I don't know if you heard about that, Hawk. But hey, I know, man. I know. Hey, I know.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
So
JS, my bad. I'm sorry.
JS75, he said, you know what?
Will be cut. I think so too, JS75. If it doesn't pan out this year, I mean, he won't be here in 2023 for sure. It's his last year of his contract too. So the Titans will have an excuse to let him go. So he can't really do that now because you have nothing to replace him with. Right. So I do think that that's very possible. Very possible.
Right. And then you can get out the contract that way too. You know what I mean?
Right. That's
Let's see. What do y'all think of
Velus Jones from Tennessee? Dude is fast.
He's a speedster.
So I've seen a lot of Tennessee games because there's a receiver for Tennessee as well, Javonte Payton, who's I know his father very well. I've known him since he was a newborn. So I watched a lot of UT games. He's a heck of a receiver too. Javonte Payton, he's a senior. Tennessee's got several NFL prospects. Velus Jones has a lot of speed, dude, and a good playmaker at that too. He's a tough kid too. So I haven't heard him being a first round pick, maybe second round pick, but we need a receiver, man. We just need somebody out there.
Big sad. I was talking to Hawk about this other day. He said, I have no offseason opinions. My mental needs a break this year. What did I tell you, y'all? What did I tell you?
Yep. We all, we feel the same way. For sure. I've always felt like that too.
So, LG, what up, brother? What up? How are y'all feeling overall? Can we go to the Super Bowl next year?
It's too early to know right now. I see how the team comes in play, but I'm not as optimistic as I was last year. I'm more pessimistic in this regard because we got the same quarterback under center. Mm-hmm. So monkey see, monkey do, right? I mean, it is what it is. So
right. So Titan Rod says, if Matt Corral is still available in the third round, do you think the Titans take him?
I don't think so.
That they need too much other stuff for
Facts.
To pick a quarterback.
Facts, no papers, y'all. No paper.
And I think if you pick a quarterback, you pick him in the first round. If you pick him in the first round, that's telling me, hey, he's going to be our starter in the next 2 or 3 years. So
no question about that.
I mean, unless you want to just kick the tires and try to create competition for Logan Woodside, but Logan Woodside's like a roach. He don't die. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here for a while. So,
the quarterback if you're gonna get a quarterback first round all the time,
right? So Foster State says, what do y'all think about Deshaun Watson's trade? And do y'all think Baker Mayfield is going to Indy? So this is a good question. This is a real good question. So the trade, specifically, it was for money. They paid that man. That man got paid.
Super.
That man got paid. Okay?
NFL gave him a super check.
Man, he got paid. Now, the problem with Indy has shot themselves in the foot. Okay, I know there's a lot of Titans fans that's kind of spooked out about Indy. Indy does not have a first-round pick, right? If they want to give up draft capital, they're going to have to give up a second-round pick this year and probably a first-round pick next year, right? Because Cleveland gave up a lot of draft capital to bring in Deshaun Watson. They have the ammo to do it. Indy don't have it. And then all of the things that's happening in Indianapolis with Jack Doyle retiring, the left tackle's gone. Muhammad just got signed somewhere else. They D-tackled. So right now, and what's his name? Asin? Is it Yi Asin?
Rocky Asin.
He got traded to the Raiders, and his comments was kind of like, you know what? Get me up out of here because they got lazy last year and they didn't want to elevate. Darius Leonard's on Twitter trying to recruit people, but they got the money. It's just I don't know what's going on with their organization. But if Baker Mayfield does go to Indianapolis, who he gonna throw to? I'm just saying, like you go from that to this, who you gonna throw to? What you think, Hawk?
I think Cleveland is going to do right by Baker Mayfield because Baker Mayfield can request the trade. And I think Cleveland will try to do their best to get him to where he wants to go. And if he's saying Indianapolis, I think it's probably about a 60-70% chance he probably will go to Indianapolis. It's an opportunity because they ain't got no quarterback. So it's like if I'm a quarterback, I'm getting ousted, and I'm looking for a place to play, I'm going to look for a spot where they're looking for a quarterback. So I'm looking around the map. Okay, well, I'll go to Indianapolis then. Let's go. So, yeah, I think it's possible.
I think they're trying to figure it out. That's why it's taking so long. Yeah, he got Pittman, but other than Pittman, who else does he have? Like, I just pay attention to the Colts, guys. Just pay attention to what their team is doing, and they're going to have to do a lot of rebuilding as well. But thank you, LG. $10 super chat.
Absolutely,
thank you guys.
man.
Keep up the good work. We're going to ride together regardless. Tighten up. There you go.
For sure. LG part 2. Hey. LG, we appreciate it, man, for the super chat. Do-do-do-do. Boom. LG part 2 in the building, folks.
Yes,
appreciate it, LG part 2.
Sir.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you.
So, DeMario says, what y'all think about Jawan Dotson? Speed, route technique, various off hands and catches, everything. I like it. The receivers, man, bruh, especially in this draft. Oh, yeah. Definitely. If this is a good class, and I think this is probably why we haven't signed a receiver yet, okay? because this might be the class. This is a deep class for receivers.
For
And
sure.
then you still got Dez Fitzpatrick in them, so you don't know what they're going to do. Not saying they're going to do anything, but just saying with that. So
Dotson's fast.
Yes.
But he's a smaller receiver, kind of like a Tyreek Hill, a little taller, but about that same type of mold. He's got a lot of speed, dude. And first round pick, we shall see. We'll see.
Right. And tight ends too. I like the kid from Coastal Carolina as well. I like the Trey McBride as well, but the Trey McBride will probably go in the second round if he don't go in the first round. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Let me see. Oh, there we go. And we got to play all four of them.
I know. JS75, man, me and Jacques been talking about that, dude. We got to play that. We play one of the worst divisions in the NFC East and the best division in the AFC West, probably, man. That's
Yep. It's gonna be crazy, man.
It's gonna be crazy. Our schedule is not easy, y'all.
Man,
we got a pretty tough schedule, man.
Wait till the schedule show. We've been kind of lenient for the past 2 years, and we've been right. We've actually been right on a lot of it.
Right.
But this season, y'all probably
we have been right the past like 2 or 3 years that we've done this. We've been right on the dot. At least wins and losses.
We have.
Right?
And Mark, you right. And I'll say this. We still, to me, in my opinion, we have the best defense in the AFC right now.
Yep.
In my opinion, we have the best defense.
Definitely the best front four in the AFC.
Yes, the front four, hands down, bro. Sure.
And possibly NFL too. Yeah,
hands down, the front four. So I think that's what saves us. It's just offensively is the biggest question mark. You know what I mean?
Yep, for sure.
So the question may have been asked, but I just turned back into y'all. If y'all had a choice, y'all take Baker or Ryan Tannehill. Ooh, that's a great question. You know that question.
That's a great question. Ooh.
Who'd you take? You ready for this?
Baker is younger.
I would actually take Baker.
I think I would too.
That sounds crazy as hell, but I think I actually would take Baker. I like you said, Bryce. He had one season where he was injured.
I know, and he was hurt. Agreed.
They came in and torched us. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. I was at the game. Lit us up. I was like,
had a field day.
Montana. And again, they almost made it to the AFC Championship game.
Yes. That's why I'm like, give me Baker. I see it. There go Jake Young. Baker. Mark Jones is Tannehill. Healthy Baker.
Okay. Healthy Baker, right.
Baker's tough. He played hurt. That's why I said, you know what? That's a great question because you really never know. And what Baker's been able to produce is good. And let me say this too. What'll happen if he does go to Indy? Indy has to put players around him ASAP. Like ASAP. You're gonna have to get him some help. Get that man some help. Because if you don't get him no help, then you're just wasting his time. You're wasting him. And I don't like how Cleveland did him. Okay. Now that was janky, right? And we know it's a business, but dang. And then they tried to renege on it and say, well, we're not going to trade you.
Right. That's right.
Like, come on, man.
That's true.
Come on, man. True. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
For sure.
Let me see.
Baker's very underrated. Yeah.
Let me see what we got here. He said, he made it on his legs to King Henry. Yes.
King Henry. Yeah.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield had a lot of help, too, with his running backs, too. Mm-hmm. Baker needs running backs.
They stay hurt, though. That's the problem. Yeah. Nick Chubb and Hunt stay hurt so bad, man. I think that's what hurt him a little bit, too.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly. He needs that support.
Okay, let's see here. What do y'all think is the most underrated prospect in the draft?
Who do y'all think is the most underrated prospect in the draft? Not sure yet. I don't know. It might be Chris Olave from Ohio State. I hear people talk about him, but they don't really talk to say he's the best receiver in the draft. Chris Olave was a problem out there for Ohio State. And some people have him like late in the first round, maybe in the second round. I'm like, did y'all see his 40 time? Did y'all see what he did out there in Ohio State? So just right off the brain, I'm going to say Chris Olave from Ohio State.
Give me some time because I'm still breaking down the draft. And when you say underrated prospects, I think of an underrated prospect that's probably might not go in the first round, might not go in the second round, but somebody that's going to come in. Like, to me, I feel like an underrated prospect in last year's draft was Elijah Molden. And I'm not just saying it because I'm a Titans fan, but I feel like that was a diamond in the rough in the gym that you found. So let's see. Well, Matthew, the bracket is already trashed up. So
Really
but
is,
UT,
man.
actually, UT has a shot.
They do have a shot.
UT has a
They
legit
got
shot.
they got athletes out there on UT.
Man, they got a legit shot. So just be looking out.
Yep.
Let's see. Jeremiah says the safety from Georgia. I like that.
Okay.
You let me see. Yep.
Georgia is one of the only teams I've ever seen. Maybe the Miami Hurricanes back in the early 2000s, and maybe in USC in the mid 2000s. Georgia's whole defense is going to get drafted.
Man,
all 11 players are going to get drafted from their defense. They're unbelievable, man.
They cold, bro.
They call it. I told Jacques before the season started in college football. I saw the first game. I knew a little bit about them the year before. Again, I knew a kid that was on their defense, and Monty Rice was their leading tackler, ironically, that year. But I said they had a lot of young guys, and they're coming into this year. I mean, man, I remember these dudes, and I'm like, that first game, I was like, ooh, Georgia's defense is no joke, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna run on them big jokers. I tell you that.
Hey, when you told me, I was like, nah, Hawk. I said, you right. They for real.
Yeah, man.
Mark John says, do you think rushing Henry back hurt us because of former was? Yes, I do.
Absolutely. 100% Mark Jones. Yes, absolutely.
It was the hype. It was the hype. It was the hype from everybody, from us, from everybody. Right. Like, oh, Henry's back. And,
right.
And I think the coaches. Go ahead.
Oh, keep going. Go, John. Keep going.
Go ahead.
You just don't know until you put them out there.
Right.
You don't know. So they tried it, A for effort, but yeah.
So Christopher asked, if we have a down season next year, does we still keep Mike Vrabel?
Yes,
you do.
100%.
Mike Vrabel, it got you out the hole, man. Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because if you get rid of him, trust me, somebody gonna pick him up.
Picked up tomorrow. He'll be picked up that day.
Right. He's like, so Bryce says, what would y'all like to see for the rest of the free agency into the draft? Who y'all want and who would y'all stay away from? So what you got?
Go for it, Jacques. Go for it, sir.
So free agency wise, I wouldn't mind bringing in Aleo Collins from the Dallas, who just got let go.
Yep.
I like him. I like Armstead, who's still on the board, right? Armstead is still on the board. He's still there. Like
Teron Armstead is gonna be like this.
Yeah, I know. But Aleo Collins, bro, is interesting because he is a right tackle. I expect the Bengals to pick him up. I expect the Bengals. He's had discussions with the Bengals. If the Bengals don't put the money on the table for him, you're a fool, okay? Right. But if I'm the Titans, I would kick the can because he's a surefire right tackle that you can plug in right away, and he'll beef this offensive line up to the point where, like, hey, receiver wise, like I said, the Robert Woods thing has really intrigued me. I wanted Washington, but he got picked up by Dallas, so I'm like, in the draft. Me and Hawk were briefly talking about this. I talked Hawk into a DB.
Sure did.
So I've been looking at a couple of DBs. The kid from Clemson we talked about on the other show. The kid is amazing, man.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Man, the kid, bro. What's the kid's name again?
I'm trying to think, man. We talked about him on the last show. He's a beast. And not just that, I mean, good size. He's was a 3 year starter there. Mm-hmm. He's going to be ready.
Yes,
for sure.
He'll fall. To be honest with you, he'll fall to 26. If you give him a chance, he'll be there. He'll definitely be there. And I can tell you right now. Hold on, I can actually tell you his name. He's from
Andrew Booth.
Yes, Booth. Yep,
Andrew Booth.
Booth is there. I'm gonna tell you another kid I like, Roger McCrary.
He will be in the first. Andrew Booth will probably not be available.
He'll be.
That's how good. That's how good he is.
Roger McCrary from Auburn. Watch out from him. He's pretty solid. The kid is dope. You got the kid Trent McDuffie from Washington. I mean, you got several little DBs that I was looking at because I feel like we still need a DB just to bring in. You can never have too many DBs. There's a couple of offensive tackles that, and like Hawk said earlier, and I'm trying to find my guys, man. Don't freak out. Don't tell them, Hawk.
Yeah.
Tell them, Hawk. Don't
have PTSD. Seriously.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out because
if we draft a lineman.
You got Trevor Pinion out there from UNI. You have Max Mitchell.
That's the guy you've been talking about a lot,
man. Trevor Pinion, man. If you guys don't watch the Senior Bowl, man, he was killing it, man.
Yep.
He was destroying them, and I just know he ain't gonna be there. But if he's there at 26, I don't know if you can pass on him. But at the end of the day, if we don't pick a receiver in free agency, we're going to draft one. So Jayon Burt, Olivier, those are my two. Don't be on the lookout for them. So, But we'll get deeper in the draft. Just
Yeah,
get
right,
ready.
for sure. Right, correct.
Cole Beasley would be a safe. You know what? Bring him in.
Jock, you brought that up yesterday.
Yeah,
Cole Beasley.
Bring him in.
Yep.
Bring him in. Like you need him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Van Jefferson, bring him home.
Yep.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
He's from Nashville.
He's
from Nashville. Bring him home.
Exactly. Bring him on home. That's right.
Let's see. Yep.
He loved Nashville. He reps the Ville all the time.
Yep. Bring him home. Bring him home. Or Cordell Patterson. I like it. Mark, I'm telling you, bro, you are spitting. Cordell would be perfect in this offense. You can use him in different ways.
He wanted to come here. Last year. I
remember when the Julio thing happened. He's
That's
like,
right.
Titans, I'm here.
Tennessee, call me.
I don't know what it is. He will contribute day one. Yeah. Sometimes this is why John Robinson kind of confuses me. I don't know. So first says, what do y'all think about Julio turning into Randy Moss when he came here? Now, I'm not going to. Let me say this. Let me say this.
Man, that's funny.
Let me say this.
Now, I had to look at that comment for a second. It just hit me. Oh, that's hilarious.
Let me ask everybody. This is a question to you, Hawk, and to everybody. How did y'all feel about Julio getting released? Did y'all like it? Did y'all not like it? Was it expected? Was it unexpected? How did you feel? Should we have done it? Go ahead, Hawk.
So the reason why I say we should not have is that the Titans have admitted their mistake, right? And we traded him for a second round pick, which we don't have this year, and I think that's going to hurt us. We did get some compensatory picks, but the second round pick is missing because of this. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get younger. So you remove him out the picture and you put younger players in that spot. We don't want to keep having a 50% Julio on the field. So they probably didn't know how really banged up he was. So I didn't want to do it because of what we gave up. So I'm going to say no. But I do understand what they're trying to do. They're cutting their losses. Right. Say, hey, it is what it is, man. The doctors have seen his hamstrings. His hamstrings looks like this cord that's on my lamp right here. Not even worried about it.
So my boy, he's an Atlanta Falcons fan, and when we traded for him, he said, "Man, y'all can have him. His hamstrings suck." He did it. He's been did it. I was like, "Okay." I said, "All right, Jay, I feel you, bro. I hear you." And then when you see it, it's right. I think we should have kept him another year, just because, like you said, the second round pick is huge. You give up a second round pick, that's like, man, almost giving up a first round pick, right? Sure. We get most of our value in the second round and down, never the first. So with that, I was thinking, okay, you can bring him back, or he should have stayed to get acclimated with Tannehill to build that relationship. They should have been out there throwing balls 100% of the time, doing what they got to do. And if you're gonna bring somebody in, still draft somebody, ease them out easily, if it makes sense, right? Ease them out. You be like, okay, he's not starting, but we got his replacement. He's good. Sure. He's insurance. He's an insurance. But I understand the business part of it. If he wasn't gonna take no pay cut, or we don't know, he could have asked to be cut. He could have said, "Hey, can y'all?"
He took himself out of the game a lot of times this season. He did that in Atlanta too, and that probably don't bode well with Mike Vrabel.
Right. So I just, with the whole thing, you don't have a backup plan. That's another thing. If they would have had a backup plan, then I think I would have been okay with it. But you don't have a backup plan. What's your backup plan? You say this a lot, Hawk, too, about rookie.
Oh, Jacques, think we lost you, bro. Okay. I'm sure he'll get back on. There he is. All right, let me see here. He was spitting fire, man. It just automatically cut him off. Go ahead, bro.
I done kicked myself out. My bad. Yeah. But Hawk, I give you credit on this. When you say rookie receivers can come in, it's hard to learn the playbook. It's hard to get the speed of the game.
Right.
Rookie receivers that can come in and do some stuff will be Hall of Famers one day, right? Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, those type of receivers can come in and pick it up right away, right? You put them in the best situation so they can succeed. For us, A.J. Brown is the best receiver we've had probably in this organization so far, with a Derek Mason and a Drew Bennett and so on and so on. But if you're gonna pick a receiver, we can't afford to go get the kid from Alabama that's hurt. We can't. You gotta get somebody here that can start day one.
Right.
So that's how I feel about it, man. That's how I feel about it. Let me see what we got here.
We'll answer a few more questions. I think you got me on. I'm echoing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, but I was echoing. I'm good now.
I kicked myself out, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's see. Chris says J-Rob Burns mistakes. ATL knew what they were doing. The fan in me wants to believe that a offseason with Tannehill would had improved it. And you know,
Jacques, you say that all the time, Jacques.
what are you talking about? What
About
he
the
said?
offseason with Tannehill and Julio.
Yep. But you know what? I had to think about it too. With do you really want to risk Julio and Tannehill throwing, catching, running routes with the way Julio's hamstrings are?
I know, right.
Honestly, man, I think he might need to contemplate retiring.
Yep. He's gonna end up going to Tampa Bay or something, man. Tom Brady's trying to get. If Tom Brady gets what he wants, man.
Yep.
So
And Jeremiah, you're right. Jameson Williamson, that from Alabama.
Yep.
You can't afford that now. I'm sorry.
Right.
And you're right. Titan Rob.
Kinda.
Let me say,
John knew was gonna get paid $12 million a year.
Right. Well, hell, you see what we're gonna talk about it in a minute. Corey Davis, he would have did better than Julio. The offense was better. For
sure. Corey Davis more than Jonnu would have been a better spot for us on offense in that regard because of that. I do agree with that.
Right.
I do.
Right. And Jake, exactly. That was my whole thing, even last year. It's a relationship. You just got to give it a whole, especially with Todd Down. Now, if Todd Down comes out and becomes like Arthur Smith like that, then it proves my theory. Right. But if he comes out being trashed, then I'm like,
Yeah.
So how much longer y'all think AJ is going to stick around if we don't get him some help? So I was actually talking to Hawk about this offline. That's my fear. That is my fear. AJ he's a Twitter guy. He's on Twitter a lot. And I don't know if y'all read the tweet. I don't know if you've seen this, Hawk. He tweeted about Juju Smith-Schuster, but indirectly said it. Did you see that?
I did.
I'm like, brother, you got to keep your mouth shut on some things.
He said the same thing about Zay Jones and him too. He had a meme of I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was T.I. He was like, it was just that's all he had was a meme of him shaking his head because he saw those contracts.
Yep. So when you say help, you talking about quarterback help.
Yep.
Or you say, hey, you tied down and you say, hey, what you gonna do? You gonna throw to that boy? He's your first read. If you don't see him, then okay, but he's your first read. He's 100 balls a year. So speak of that, how do y'all feel what the Jaguars did? The Jaguars reset the whole market. So now we're gonna have to pay AJ.
Yep. Jacksonville was a stock market killer. Okay.
Man,
you put a bunch of money, somebody tells you about a particular stock, and all of a sudden, man, you put your money into it. The next thing you know, oh my gosh, what just happened? They just messed it up for everybody. They signed Kroger baggers for $3 million. I was like, they just signing everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So AJ Brown and those guys are gonna be like, so you signed Zay Jones and Christian Kirk, $40 million. Wouldn't you all think that if you were AJ Brown?
Hell
now, AJ can't ask for Devontae Adams money. We can't do that. Right. He has another season he needs to prove himself. But I will say, Jacksonville might have done that on purpose. We want to mess it up for everybody. We're gonna be, since we suck, we want to just be the biggest haters in the room.
Right.
Yep.
So and thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it. Matt. And Mark, you're right. The cap will keep going up, and the signings will keep getting stupider. Okay.
Yep.
The Christian Kirk signing was dumb. I was like, I can't believe this. They reset the market.
Yep.
So now I think that's why the Titans are not signing a lot of people either. Is because of they got to pay AJ and they got to pay Simmons. They got to pay David Long Jr. So I understand why they did it.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is an unpopular opinion probably. I've told Jacques this. I think that's why you're not seeing big splashes this year from us.
Yep.
Because I think it's going to be for next year based on we got to sign AJ, we got to sign Jeffrey Simmons 100%. So this year we're going to try to make suit. We still are in a terrible division. We should make the playoffs. Let's just hold strong and see if we can make something out of this. They're not going to sign nobody, but it probably won't be the big splashes. So just hold tight. So then next year we can sign those players for long-term deals because the Titans made those splashes last year with Danico Autry, right? Bud Dupree. We paid some folks last year.
Right. Yep. So there's facts, bro. Like Jacksonville just killed the market, bro. Like they after they killed the market and everybody else started killing the market. You're like,
Yeah.
what? What?
Jacksonville did that on. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. They just start signing people, man.
Yep.
I was at this point. I was like, can I get signed? Like,
I know, right? I know, man. I know it.
oh yeah, can I
Yep.
go? Like,
For sure.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So,
Yep.
man,
So, we'll answer 2 more questions, y'all. We'll go 2 more questions.
they trying to flush them out the foxhole, Chris. If y'all know anything about hunting, hey, they trying to flush them out the foxhole.
Yep.
Get them dogs on them, man. That's what they're trying to do. No, you're right.
Yep.
And like you said, how great point about the division. Your division is not good. Like, matter of fact, we might have the worst division in football.
We do.
Yeah, like
also the NFC East. It's close.
It's close.
It's close.
It's trailing.
NFC
So,
East is trash too.
yeah, like that's why, and I think that's where John and them look at it as well. It's like, why division is not really strong. Deshaun Watson's gone.
Yep. NFC South isn't good either.
That's true. That's true. With the Carolina Panthers, now they're not. Now they're not. They were.
They were several years ago, but
now,
not last year nor this year going in. No,
the
the NFC South is terrible too.
The West side is winning all day.
Yeah.
NFC West, AFC West. Oh my God! Like those 2 divisions there are stacked. I like what let me ask you guys this: who's the favorite to win it in the AFC this year to represent the Super Bowl? Who you think, Hawk?
My answer will change because again, today's the 18th of March. We still got a lot of signings and a lot of draft picks to make. But I'm gonna say on paper it's the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, so you said
on
the Bills.
paper. Mm-hmm.
I like the Bills, but if the Bills don't get it done, and when we got a show coming up with Rico, y'all, so get ready. It's gonna be fun. If y'all like Rico from Buffalo Fanatics, we got a show coming. But I think the Bills, they better win it this year. They better win it this year, because if they don't, something's wrong with them, dog. Like straight up, right? Straight up. Something, if they don't win it. But my close second is a tie. Is actually the Chargers or the Broncos.
Gotcha.
I like what they did.
Yeah, I feel you. I do. The AFC West is the best division in football right now. So
hey, they killing
on paper, hog facts, not papers. You're right. You're right. Yes, for sure, Titan Fox, for sure. So we'll go one more question, y'all.
Hey, Big Sad, you're right. The Broncos, man, and I think you got a rejuvenated Russell Wilson too. I think he's rejuvenated. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Danko says Bills and Broncos. Yeah, it's gonna be a battle, man. I think the Chiefs kind of knocked themselves down, and they didn't do enough to build what they had, and just because they paying one player almost $1 billion, right? Now, that's just a joke, but it's same with the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers feel stupid right now.
Yep.
You pay Aaron Rodgers all that money now. Adams goes to the Raiders, where they were gonna pay him, but he said, "I want to go play with Derek Carr."
Right, for sure. And Denver, though they haven't made the playoffs in several years, Denver has had a great defense, and they've had a good offensive line. The problem with Denver's quarterback play. Their quarterback play has been terrible. So now you got a good. That's why it was an impressive place to go for a quarterback. That's probably why Aaron Rodgers was thinking like, well, Denver's all right, So now they got Russell Wilson. They're gonna be feared out there,
man. And I think that's why everybody's loading up. Man, you on the West Coast. Besides, I think the only team that's not on the West Coast is the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Broncos.
Yep.
What you got, man?
We play the AFC West, man. We play all 4 of them jokers, man.
Man. So who's gonna be the Colts quarterback?
I would lean towards Baker Mayfield. I would say that today.
I say Baker. Well, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench or Matt Ryan.
Okay.
I can see Matt Ryan.
Gotcha.
Don't be surprised if they can try to trade for Matt Ryan. I think the better choice will probably be Matt Ryan. He'll give you a little serviceable, but both choices won't be bad. But the Colts better get on their Grizzly, man, because right now they've missed out on a couple of free agencies as well. So
yeah, cool, man, cool.
Yep.
All right, cool. So Jake, y'all said, y'all see my question?
Hold on, Jake. Hold on, brother. I'm sorry, man, if I missed it. Hold on.
We'll make this the last question.
Is this it, Jake? Oh, okay. Jake, is this your? Put a 1 in the chat, Jake, if this is your question.
What about trading away Derrick Henry? Calm down and think about it. Rebuild. So I mean, it's a good question. Hey, I understand. I understand the comment. Calm down, because people will be, oh, what are you talking about? Derrick Henry? Trade Derrick Henry. I wouldn't trade Derrick Henry. I wouldn't right now because we have Ryan Tannehill. We need a running game. Okay. And so I would say that, right now he's under contract. I think the contract is pretty fair for what the production that he brings. A lot of times that's the time to trade somebody at that maybe that last year or two in their contract, but nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, don't trade him now. But once he starts digressing, which it's coming, just get ready, guys. You ain't gonna see the same Derrick Henry. Then that's when you kind of think about, hey, restructure, or we're gonna get you up out of here and start looking for your replacement. So we'll take one more and then we out. Foster says, y'all like AJ Green or Sammy Watkins for wide receiver 3? Who you like, Hawk?
Neither one of them.
Okay, but if you had to choose though,
probably AJ Green.
You like AJ?
I like AJ.
Okay.
Yep.
For me, I'd probably say Sammy. I like Sammy's speed. He doesn't have the same speed, but AJ, man, he didn't do too much neither one of them did too much, but he didn't really do too much when he was with the Cardinals. He was okay, but it's almost like a Julio situation. You're not gonna see the Odells, the AJs, all the older receivers are kind of on their tail end out. So
for sure. Well, cool. Well, folks, we want to say thank you all, man, for tuning in to the show. I know we've been on for 2.5 hours. You all have been with us this entire time. Hope you drunk your coffee and everything and stuff. And, doing the grade show, the report card show is one of my favorite shows to do because I'm always intrigued to know what Jacques has and what you all have. So I want to say thank you all for joining into the show. Thank you for those that did the super chat, for all of you participating today. It makes the show so much fun. It really does. And we appreciate, thank you, Foster Tate. We appreciate y'all too. Mark Jones, thank you as well. I would say again, if you have not subscribed to our channel, shame on you. Hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that like button. Check us out as well on Apple. Check us out on Spotify. We do have content out there and everything. Again, we appreciate y'all joining the show. Check us out on Instagram, Tennessee Titans Weekly on Instagram, Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7, folks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like Hawk said, man, we appreciate y'all riding with us for, like you said, 2.5 hours, man. It's hard to do an hour show, but 2.5 hours and keep your people engaged, and y'all keeping us engaged and energized, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate the super chats from everybody that gave us super chats, so we appreciate y'all. Thank you for the engagement. Like Hawk said, this is one of my favorite shows because it's funny. Me and Hawk are always on the same page with a lot of stuff, but I just want to figure out what he wants, what he says, and how he says it. So. Les Hawk says, man, when you do subscribe to our platforms or whatever, make sure you hit those notification bells. Make sure once you turn them on, it's going to let you know when we go live, when we post any content. And guys, we got other content coming because this offseason has been crazy. It's making us work. So definitely, man. Sure. So once again, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
For sure. And folks, as we always say, and first of all, we want to say have a great weekend. Be safe out there. I don't know what the weather is or wherever y'all be. Just be safe. We hope you all have a great weekend. Hopefully we get some new Titan players by the time, this weekend. We'll see. But as we always say, folks, and again, thank you all for watching in the show. We got a super chat.
We got a super sticker. A super sticker.
Foster Tate. Yes, sir.
He almost got us.
Yeah, for sure. Foster Tate, bro. Hey, we appreciate it, Foster Tate. Boom! Foster Tate in the building with the buzzer beater at the end of the game, bro. We appreciate the super chat, man. Real talk, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So as we always do and as we always say, y'all, facts.
No paper.